Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I gotta push a button here. All right, one more welcome. Welcome to GamesCom 2017, live from the show floor. I'm your host, Community Content Manager Jared Huckabee. Day 3 of our live streaming right from Hall 9 in beautiful Cologne, Germany. With me, as always, are the 3 community streamers that have accompanied us on our trip to Cologne, Germany this year. Let's go from right to left here. Introduce yourselves, everybody.
Hi, guys. My name is Sergeant Gamble, Twitch streamer, featured Twitch streamer on the Gamescom 2017 Star Citizen booth. Pretty awesome. Next to me.
Hi, I'm DJ Knight. I'm a devil, apparently. Space and sci-fi streamer. Love the game.
Hi, I'm Meyer. I'm also a Twitch streamer and space and sci-fi streamer extraordinaire.
Yes, it's day 3 and we're already off the rails, everybody. So coming up today, we've got an interview in just a few minutes with studio director from Cloud Imperium Games Los Angeles, Mr. Eric Chiron Davis, and then after that, some more Star Citizen Alpha 3.0 gameplay for everybody. Now, as we're here on the show floor, as we've done every day of the Gamescom so far, we have been giving away these lovely trading cards here. This is a trading card for an Ursa, and the trading cards have these QR codes on the back of them that allow you to go to a web page and purchase these limited availability ships for the last time at their introductory prices. Not all of the ships are going to change, but all of the 7 ships that are coming soon in 3.0 are on sale now. You can access them with the QR codes, and since a lot of people can't be here at Gamescom, some very enterprising Gamescom streamers have taken it upon themselves to take pictures of the QR codes and share them on Twitter. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what Gamble just picked up his phone here. That's exactly what Gamble's doing right now. So he's going to tweet out today's 2 cards. Today's 2 cards, of course, are for the brand new, fully revamped Aurora and the Drake Dragonfly. Now I'm going to take a minute right now and show you this new Aurora video, because the Aurora is easily our most prominent ship. More Auroras are owned than any other ship in Star Citizen, and there are over 100 ships in Star Citizen, all variants and modules counted. So the Aurora makes up an overwhelming majority of those ships. For many, it will be the very first experience that players have when playing Star Citizen. So it's a very important ship to get right, and we had our own Elwin Batchelor Jr. working tirelessly with his team to revamp it and bring it into the modern day with all the recent processes, and I think this video shows it off very well. Take a look. Thoughts, gentlemen?
Pretty good.
I was surprised to see Star Kitten skin on it.
Yes. Elwin took it upon himself to design a couple skins for the Aurora. Does not necessarily mean that those skins will actually make it into game. Star Kitten has been a long-running internal joke here within CIG. Every time a concept ship is made, one of our art directors will make up a fun Star Kitten skin for it and send it along as a joke internally, which is how Star Kitten got its birth. Eventually, when we got to the Dragonfly, after seeing so many different Star Kittens, we said, you know what, we'll try one and see how it works. But they still promote this internal joke with the Star Kitten, so that was Elwin's slipping in another Star Kitten there. Bar Citizens. We had another Bar Citizen last night at the Brauhaus Unnamen. Did you guys go?
Yes.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was awesome.
As always.
Big turnout.
Brauhaus.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more, DJ.
We had one on Wednesday as well.
Yes.
And yesterday was, I think, 3 times as much.
Easily.
Many
Easily.
people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Easily the
Many
entire
people.
back of the restaurant was
Yeah.
Exactly.
packed.
So,
It was awesome to meet more the backers, and I actually got to meet some of the other backers that were the Gloria last year. The guy who put the Star Citizen tattoo on his forehead, and I gave him my personal removable tattoo so he could put it on his forehead again. So I look forward to seeing it today.
I did not get to go to last night's Bar Citizen because we were at the Gloria Theater preparing for tonight's big presentation. Of course, that is the main event for our week at Gamescom, the Gloria presentation, our 5th annual Gamescom presentation hosted by none other than Chris Roberts. That begins tonight at 7 p.m. UTC. So mark your calendars. Come on back to this very channel, and you'll be able to see Chris Roberts show you the latest and greatest in Star Citizen's continuing development. All right, with that, on the line right now, live from Cloud Imperium Games Los Angeles is Mr. Eric Chiron Davis. Eric, how you doing, man?
Hello, hello, hello from Los Angeles. How are you guys doing?
I'm great. What time is it there?
1:05 in the morning. 1:05 in the morning.
It's 1:05 in the morning. Now, you didn't just come in for this call.
You know, I was right now all day, and then I finally just woke up, did my hair. That took it took about 8 hours, and then I came in for this. Yeah, no, I've been here all day. I got here early, and I'm not going home till we're done.
All right. Now, why are you there at 1 o'clock in the morning?
We got a lot of work to do, guys.
Do we?
Did you know that?
Do we?
No.
Did you know that? We work a lot, and we have a lot of work. Well, there's many reasons. I try to be here whenever the team is here. Our team works very diligently on all things that need to be fixed for what you guys are seeing right now on the Gamescom show floor. What you guys will see today, I guess it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and then ultimately 3.0 and beyond. So there's no shortage of work and passion.
All right. Well, we have our 3 community streamers here, DJ, Gamble, and Meyer. They have already put Brian Chambers through their paces. Yesterday, they put Aaron Roberts through their paces, and now you are in their sights. Congratulations on your promotion to studio director, man. You're playing in the big leagues now.
Yeah, watch out. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, I've been watching what you guys have been doing to everybody. It's been nice. I've been enjoying it.
All right. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to these fine gentlemen. Guys, you got about 30 minutes with Eric Davis, so do your worst.
Eric, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Thank you. So for the last couple of days, we've talked to a lot of, big guys and the guys that almost everybody knows. A lot of backers do know your face and who you are and what you do within the company. But can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what your position is at CIG? What are you responsible for?
Sure. Yeah. So currently, as the studio director of Los Angeles, I am here for the whole team for everything. So I'm also the head of U.S. production. So the U.S. production team reports to me here. Jake Ross, our producer in Austin, and then the production team here, and everything. So work with the team on scheduling, work with our international partners on everything they do. Keep an eye on how we're doing as a studio, making sure the studio health is at the best it can. Our culture here is to work, and sometimes it's about making sure it's fun as well. And then working alongside Chris and Ortwin, and keeping the studio moving forward.
And now, of course, those of you watching at home or on your phone or wherever you're at, on YouTube or Twitch, we are taking questions live from Twitch chat. So you can submit your questions for our fine gentlemen here to pull from. Please preface your question with the word question, surrounded in brackets and in capital letters. That helps us pull it out from all the regular conversation.
All right, so I'm going to ask a similar question that we asked to the others. Well, we got the first answer, but from what you and your team do, what's the biggest difference between the current build that we're playing and what we'll be able to play when 3.0 launches to all of the backers?
Sure. So you mean 2.6.3 to 3.0?
Right. From your team.
So quite a bit changes between 2.6.3 and 3.0. There's some dramatic things that, if you guys watched the stream yesterday, that Aaron talked about, and Brian's discussed, and also what you're already seeing on the show floor, which I'm so excited you guys and everyone there is getting a chance to see it and play with it in a very micro version. But I mean, from top to bottom, we kind of ripped the heart out of the persistent universe and built what you guys are seeing right now. So there was 9 months of development time that went in before we even started branching into 3.0. Everything that we've been working on and improving, and our company has increased quite a bit in the last year, and so we've added more staff to help us achieve this large scale of the we've got our first solar system kind of put together here. We even pulled in a little planetoid asteroid into our Stanton system. It's going to be a Nix ultimately, so you're actually getting 2 in this 3.0 release technically. So yeah, it's going to be quite a bit different. You know, what I've seen already is the game's going to slow down quite a bit. Aaron kind of mentioned this yesterday, that you're going to have to be a little bit more precious with your jewels and your gems. The things that you're going to want to take care of are going to be quite a bit different than 263 is. You have a bit more consequences, and you can either enjoy them or you can hate them. And then for me, a big one is persistence, like you guys talked about yesterday, being able to spawn from a certain location and stay there until you come back. But yeah, the whole guts have kind of ripped out. We've improved a dramatic amount in 3.0 that we're seeing right now compared to 263, and I really think you guys are going to see it with our, the incremental patcher that's coming online. That's been a lifesaver for us internally, and so I'm excited to get that out externally as well.
And that patcher launches with 3.0?
Yeah, 3.0. That's our current aim. That's our current aim.
Yeah. Now, all these changes you're talking about, this is a regular part of game development. This is the iterative nature of game development.
Right.
You build the first version of a thing, then you build the second version. It's not because something was messed up or somebody did something wrong. This is the nature of game development.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And but
we lost your audio. Did your audio device change?
You guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I just lost some sound here.
We lost your headset audio and switched to the Jabra. Let's go to the other side office and ask Jared.
Oh, no.
There we go. Go back. Quick.
I answered. But I answered, though.
We
too slow.
Well, we worked tirelessly to get Eric Davis back from LA. Please forgive Eric. It is, again, 1 o'clock in the morning. He is at the end of a very, very long day. So here we go.
Hey, I'm back.
We got him back. Hold on. Where's the button there? There's the button. All right. So yeah. So part of the ever-present iterative nature of game development.
That's right. So no matter how much we test this stuff, right, it never stays together. So yeah, the iterative of game development. Yeah, this is absolutely part of it. And a lot of it, what happens is you get something online, you get some foundational tech online, you get to play with that tech, and then once you get that tech to a place that you feel good about it, you get to add to it. You get to iterate on it. That's the whole point of the iterative nature of software development and of game development. The difference with software development and game development is that we're also doing something that's creative, something that's supposed to entertain, something that's supposed to feel fun and be enjoyable. So there's an extra element of not, I've put all the bells and whistles together, I've put all the plugs together, and it works. It's, how does this now feel? How does this now go together? How does this seem? And because, as we, Aaron talked about this yesterday, but the massive size from 2.0 to 3.0 has introduced quite a bit new challenges, some that we knew were coming, some that we didn't know until we got here. And I've never worked on any project that didn't go exactly like this.
Yeah.
So we've heard from the Frankfurt office, we've heard from Manchester. So what exactly is it that your studio in LA does or oversees for 3.0? What have you been working on for this release specifically?
Sure. So I'll tell you about 3.0, but that's just in general in the company. Los Angeles, we kind of have a subsect of all the departments around the company. So we have a small design team of the largest design team around the world. They kind of focus on more of our ships and a lot of our ship concepts, and then they work with our ship artists. And so they do a lot of ship fixing. The whole Item 2.0 conversion, we worked with some folks in the UK, but a lot of that was done right out of here in Los Angeles with Mark Abent and Paul Randell, and a bunch of, at one point, all of the team jumped in to help that conversion process. And then we have an engineering team that's led by our lead engineers, and then Paul Randell, who's been on the project since the beginning. He works out here. And then we also have a tech content team that's kind of held out of here, even though they're a global team, by Sean Tracy, our tech director of content. You guys might know him. And Forrest Steffen's out here. And then we have all of our character team is in Los Angeles now. So we built a team around Josh Herman, Corey Johnson's lead, and a bunch of other character artists. And they've really come to in their own, and the characters are starting to see, which some of the ones you're playing with right now in 3.0 came from that team directly. And the ability to turn a work around, they've got the tech content team, tech art team, rigging team right there, and they're actually iterating quite quickly on not only all of the 3.0 content you're seeing, but all future 3.1 and beyond, and then Squad 42. right? That's obviously a big part of the game is characters, and so that's we got a lot of characters that are coming out here, including heads and hair, and that whole process. So that's Los Angeles. We're kind of a little nutshell. We've got a business end here as well, and then in Austin we have a small development team, and then QA, DevOps. You've seen Mike Jones, the current leader, if I'm not mistaken, of Quantum Questions.
Yes.
He's out of the Austin studio as well.
And those who were watching the stream yesterday will remember Paul Rendell. When we say he's everywhere, he showed up on stream yesterday to come and update the scripts for our builds
yes, he
here,
did.
live in the middle of the broadcast.
That was wonderful. So I took that, by the way, when I saw that, and I sent it to Paul, and he's like, "I just had to get some work done."
Yeah,
like, yeah, we all saw it. It was great.
No, that was the quintessential Paul Rendell moment. It's like, I need your computer. I'm like, we're in the middle of a broadcast, Paul. It's like, I need work to do. Okay. You
don't question Paul.
Nope.
Nope. You don't question.
So speaking of character design, we've seen in more recent ATVs now, we've seen not only the ability to customize your character, but also the inclusion of female characters. Will character customization and female characters be within this patch?
No, so in this one we definitely are working to have character customization. The first iteration of it, we've got long-term plans, mid- and long-term plans, but the first version of it, we're definitely working to get to 3.0. It's starting to come together. Those that are watching our schedule, UI tends to be the most needed team across all of them, next to engineering. And so they're quite busy, but character customization is absolutely on the table for 3.0. We are working hard for it. And that'll be a very simplistic version, but to give you some stuff you've already seen if you've been watching any of our ATVs, eyes and hair and certain things. The female is definitely not part of 3.0. Right, we've talked about this a couple times. I think we did a character customization video a couple months ago. She is definitely on our minds and in our hearts, and we're always working on her stuff. We're always working on the costumes so that when we ultimately get the female character in, you'll have all the costumes you need, all the options you need. We're also working on how equipment will work between males and females and things like that. So she's always in there, and we're always working on her. It's just, for us, we've said this in the past, we really want to make sure we've nailed down one rig, really. It doesn't it's genderless. It's one rig, and once we feel good about all the animations on that one rig and everything looks good, the transition process to the other rig, whatever size that is, whether it's big or small, that transition process will take a little bit of time, and then we'll have the multiple genders in there. So she's definitely a part of our process. We always start thinking about her with all of our hair options, all of our types and looks and styles. We just aren't ready to get her in game and get running around just yet.
It's important to do everything you can, not to double work, not to do work twice. You don't have to. So
yeah,
it's very
that's important. Right. That's right. And a lot of times too, because I've seen this. I've been on many panels where people talk about this kind of question about resources and time, and people ask about just come out with two genders right away, and it's like, well, it's not a gender question. It's really just a rig, really a size of a rig.
Locomotion.
Do you want your female and male to be the same size, using the same skinning, is what they call it in rigging? If so, then yeah, they'll just be the exact same. But if you want it to be custom, right, we have our two options, or we want to give you more options to it, we've got to take the time to do it right. So you could start with a female and go to male. You can start with a male and go to a female. You can start with an alien and go to a male. It doesn't matter which way you go, but that process it's a very waterfall type process.
Right. So a little earlier you were talking about the actual patcher. There might be a lot of people watching that are new to Star Citizen. Can you tell us a little bit about the size of the actual game and the size of 3.0 in combination with that new patcher? What's that gonna do for you?
Sure. So, I can't speculate the exact size that the last build will be that we put out for the final live release, because that will adjust and change depending on time. I think the last one I saw, if you started fresh, it was like 40 gigs. Please do not quote me on that, but I believe that was the number I saw. And obviously, with the amount of changes between 2.63 and 3.0, I can imagine it's going to be quite large. But the goal will be then to, as we make changes, it just changes the things you need to change. That's the whole point of an incremental patcher, right? To make those things faster. Not only has this helped, us speed things up externally, but internally as well. Imagine a dev having to build down on a 40 gig build every morning they come in. It'd be much nicer to just go, hey, that last build, there was only 3 gigs worth of changes, so make those changes and get going, get to work. So it saves us all time, and I want to say those around the numbers. Again, don't hold me to that, but I think that's roughly what I just saw on something recently.
Now, to bounce off of that question, sure. you're saying you're not quoted, but 40 gigs.
Yep.
would the Delta patcher ignore the things that are currently existing that, like, would it do its job of ignoring the things that you don't need to download and keep what is there of what people already have downloaded, and then you only download the difference between 2.64 or 2.6.3 in 3.0, or will it just be a fresh install?
Yeah, so I don't want to speculate on it, so I couldn't tell you. A lot of the guys that are working on the intimate details of it could probably give you the information I would love to pass along. But I believe it will be, if not a fresh start, it will at least look at what you already have and what we might be able to save, because that's the whole point of an incremental patcher. This first one may be just a wipe, clean, and start, but I couldn't tell you exactly what it's going to be until we get ready to release it to you guys.
I can actually answer that question because I've had this conversation with Benoit. For 3.0, you will need a fresh 3.0 will be a fresh install. They're not part of the Delta patcher process is reorganizing the entire file structure in a way that can be effectively scanned and effectively monitored and maintained. So you will have to start fresh with 3.0, and then from then on, it should be incremental.
There you go. Even more up-to-date information.
So with the new character systems and with especially the new Heavy Marine, I know in the past we've seen animations of these helmets opening and closing and functioning, and sure, that was concept art, but is there any plans for the future for the Heavy Marine, say, for their visor to actually come down and that kind of thing?
I only smile because I believe it was on Wednesday. You specifically were looking at the Heavy Marine and you asked Jared, I don't know if it was an interview, you said, are these going to open and close?
Yeah, I did.
So I love how passionate you are about opening and closing of visors, by the way. I want to start with that. But I would say that, it all depends on the design and what design needs, right? So taking a helmet off, putting a helmet on, those have two design implications. Opening the visor of a helmet, I would assume it's going to be a lot like how we do it in real life. Can your motorcycle helmet visor come up? Is it locked into place?
Right.
Obviously, there's going to be all kinds of options that designer will want to play with. Now that we'll have the atmospheric and room system you guys have heard about that allow us to understand, that you guys have been playing with on the show floor demo there, running around and transitioning between atmospheres and making it a part of the gameplay.
Right.
So opening your visor, what would that do and how could that do it? So just remember, when we want to implement something like that, it will be a myriad of tasks for animation, obviously, and then it'll have game code hookups, and then it'll have design implications because they're all going to have sets in DataForge for people to set. Okay, when does this open? What does it cause?
Right.
So those will all be tasks that we absolutely have spec'd out, but I couldn't tell you exactly when we're looking at doing that.
Awesome.
All right, so to ask another question,
Sure.
We've asked everybody thus far, based on their team, what is the biggest bug that you see for your team that is holding back anything? Because I know you guys talk about blockers a lot on the new section of the ATV, but what's the biggest bug that is a block that you can think of holding us back?
Yeah, so recently it's been performance, and that's a pretty general term because performance can be anything from log spam that we need to fix because it's holding us back to the other day, not the other day, I guess it was 2 weeks ago. You would go up to the ASOP terminal, and it would take you from 40 FPS or whatever we've been working our butts off to get to, 30 FPS, 40 FPS, to 12, I think. Jared watched that. It dropped us down to 12.
Just using a terminal.
Investigate why that was happening and what was causing that. Ended up being a flash issue that was found the UI team for them to address. A pretty quick bug, thankfully. But that got integrated after we had already solved a bunch of those problems. Right, so as we keep checking in work, we find more bugs, we assign those bugs out, we fix that work, and that cycle slowly gets smaller and smaller and smaller until we get to a safe place to go. The Avocado release, BTU, and then bang, everybody's hands, let's get on to 3 in the future, whatever the next release will be. So that one was fun. For me, it's always crashes. So having a production background, the number one thing that you call a blocker is a crash, for various reasons. And obviously, if a dev can't test their work or work on something because the build is currently crashing, that is our number one priority. So those could be anything from cry fatals to an animation triggering incorrectly to you open the back door of the constellation while you are in this one specific place on Grimhex and it crashes the server. Okay, we got to figure that one out. How did that happen? Who caused that one? All right, so crashes are always a big one. And then the render to tech for me has been a lot of fun. I've been watching that come online, and I know that we've been excited about it. But what it can now do as we've integrated into more systems, it's been really exciting to see. So I've been really enjoying that one coming online. And then lastly, we've got so many, the Moby Glass. you know, Zane kind of showed off some of his ideas last year, and we had designs for it. We had it broken out, but when it goes from these 2D ideas to you actually using it in game, that's been one of the most fun, for me, features I've seen come online. And every day we've got new bugs that are making it better, allowing it to work. As soon as you have a Moby glass, then it comes up. I saw this one recently. The Moby glass comes up, and then as you're looking at it, your arm moves a lot. Because I don't know if you've ever done this as a human being, but your body moves a lot, and your eyes auto-correct it. So in a game, when the idle's happening, you're like, how do I push things on here? How does this work? So we had to figure out a way to slow the arm down only in certain positions. And that was a big user experience for us. And that's a lot what we're seeing too. It's not just performance and polish, but that polish tends to be, we want it to be fun. You know, a lot of these features are first coming online, and so we're getting a chance to see them. I think we said that in the first Burndown a couple weeks ago. You know, as we get to sit down, put them together, play the game, we get to go, that needs to be way more fun and satisfying. Or, wow, that worked great. Doesn't happen as much, but those little elements come out of it. Either they're a bug or they're just something we have to add now that we knew the features have come together, and that just stuff takes time.
Speaking of the new render to texture system,
Yeah.
and you mentioned the Moby glass. Could you elaborate a bit more on the kiosk system and how that'll work? Also, we were in the Ursa River yesterday, and there were screens in the bay where people would be sitting. Well, can you explain more about how that all will work and how that would, you know, work in the future of the game?
Sure. So when you say terminals, what do you mean? You mean just how the render to text adds to that, or how they can work?
So yeah. So for instance, you're in a station and there's a kiosk. You walk up to it and you press the button, and you know how you buy stuff, how you sell stuff, the economy, as well as I suppose just the fact that there's screens, so you can do picture-in-picture, that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so it adds a lot of interesting things to the table that we hadn't expected or that we had hoped for, and we didn't get to play with it until we see it.
Right.
But terminals will act exactly as kind of how we've been displaying them on ATVs. It's no different than that. Right now we're just polishing the funness that goes with it and making sure that it's actually an enjoyable experience to go and really encourage cargo and encourage, okay, I got to go get these minerals. Okay, they're out of it here. I got to go add it to there. And because there's so many fundamental foundational back-end elements to economy, to an ever-living economy, it takes, you can't really get to feel that experience until we got those services going. So now that those services are going, UI's done their work, we've got the hookups to the game code, we can actually start seeing them, we can start playing around with them, audio's put their work on, we get to see how that kind of lays in. We've gone, okay, now it's blurry, you're too far from the player, I want to be a little closer to it. But it should be exactly kind of what you guys have been seeing, where you go pick up some items, you bring them back to a kiosk, it sees that you have those items, you want to sell those items here because they cost more money or they give you more money, sell away, do what you want to do, and vice versa. So that, and this will just be the beginning, right, of a lot of our commodities and our economy. I do expect, I think we all expect when we first get this economy going, we'll start to see how you guys play with it and how everybody gets to enjoy it, and a lot of the economy will be driven by you guys, right, more than what we're putting into play. So as that kind of goes along, we'll have some fun with it.
Sounds good. Actually, a question from chat is a pretty awesome one. Have you ever run into a bug that improved the game so you made it into a feature? Something like a happy accident.
A bug that improved the game to make it into a feature.
So, for example, if you, you're working on character animations and something is wrong in the coding and the character behaves in a certain way that you didn't think of before, and you're like, hey, that is actually pretty cool.
Oh man,
not necessarily. Keep thinking, Eric. Not necessarily a bug, but the original Big Benny's machine being physicalized was a bug. It was not supposed to be movable. It was a missing check mark in the item, and because it was the only movable item in the entire Stanton system at the time, it became a gameplay aspect. It became a game mode with people trying to do the Big Benny's challenge, and it eventually led to the creation of an entire storyline with what's happened with the people that have been stealing them and the Benny's Henge and everything. And that all started with what was essentially a bug.
Thank you, Baron.
Big Benny Stonehenge, right, was inspired by that. You're absolutely right. I would say that, and then, for me personally, I guess what I've seen people play with, especially once the Caterpillar came out, was flying through the Caterpillar or missiles flying through the Caterpillar. I think there could be a lot of fun gameplay elements that go with that. I can't think of one directly bug. Of course, other than the Big Benny thing that Jared said that directly, but I'm going to think of it. It's going to sit in my back of my brain. I'll come up with that before the end of this interview.
Actually, Eric, I guess you'll remember this. Do you remember when the Starfarer was added and people were loading Merlins into the Starfarer and then going into Quantum Drive and then launching from the Starfarer in Quantum Drive, and the ship and the Merlin was staying in Quantum Drive, and we were sending it around team chat like we had never tested that. That was not an intended thing. We're like, we have parasite crafts in coordinated Quantum Drive, and it was funny watching the different programmers try to figure out why that was happening and why that was working. I think it's this system. Well, no, I think it's this system. And Chris coming in like, well, whatever it is, don't break it.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And a lot of times, too, that'll happen where we'll see one of those or we'll feel one of those. And that is a perfect example where, we should add that to the backlog. That's a great one potentially for the future. But before we do it, if you guys have watched that scheduling live stream that we did, you got to break that feature down and understand what the impacts are, right? And then we'll move forward with what makes sense.
Right. So cargo is something that we have not seen in this demo so far. Can you please elaborate as to how cargo will work in 3.0 when we're able to do the missions to go ahead and do that, and maybe as well as the future? I know that cargo will involve just the small qubit boxes in the patch, but going forward with the huge cargo containers and stuff, how will you actually, what do you have planned for how you'll be able to do missions? Will you have to physically take out those giant crates as well as the small ones to hand in the quest and stuff?
Totally, yeah. I think that totally makes the cargo system is it's one of those things that what you guys have seen is exactly what the first implementation is going to be.
Right.
We've got a lot of other ideas for it, and we needed to see the system in action and see how it worked because there were so many different elements. The pick up and carry, the player interaction system that you guys have seen come online with the highlighting, and then a mix of our procedural supported and generated mission process and text.
Right.
So there's a lot of elements that kind of came into play, and as those have fallen together, it's been fun to watch our design team get inspired. A lot of times tech inspires art and vice versa. So as those features came online and as the designers got their hands on them, they got to get excited by, oh, now I could do that with that feature. I hadn't intended it to do that. So now it'll be kind of fun to put together. So cargo is exactly that, right? The first implementation is, we'll definitely have some missions. We'll definitely have a reason to encourage you to cargo, to be a cargo transporter and to make that one of your types of play. And then there's already going to be multiple size cargo shipment types things, depending on the type. So if you're shipping like fluorine per se, that's one of the commodities in our game right now, that'll be a different type of size in your cargo grid in your ship that will limit you, and you have to think intelligently about that. And this is just the first implementation, but yeah, your first pick up and carry is going to be that one box and that process of, we talked about before having different procedural generated missions that inspire different types of people going after different types of cargo, and then from there, that's just the foundation that we already intend to have more in 3.1 and beyond, or add to the cargo feature, add to the mission feature, depending on what it is. So yeah, it'll be, pick up, carry, take stuff, go selling commodities, and then people will take that system and run with it, which has been one of the most fun things I've seen every time we put a feature out.
Nice. We talked about some of the biggest blockers that you and your team have had. What's one of the most exciting things that you guys have fixed lately that you just really feel awesome about and you think the community will do?
Yeah, this is going to be a boring answer, but it is truly the performance. There are some things that we're fixing that we're taking the time now that we see even more of the impacts on it as we've gotten 3.0 to the scale that it's at and what we're shooting for. Some things that I would love to have fixed a while ago that are getting fixed, or that are getting improved, or that we're simplifying. Generally in game development, you don't do a lot of performance optimizations and you don't do tutorials and a lot of these things until right at the end, when you know what the entire game is going to be before you ship commercially. And we're doing that at the same time for people to play it right now, because we want everybody to have a good experience, even though we are very, very, very early, SC Alpha versions of what we're making, because a lot of our tech is still foundational. As you've seen features come online, like with 2.0, you saw physics grids. That was such an exciting moment when interior and exterior physics grids wanted to play nice together, which you still are seeing some of the bugs to this today. As we have that now, it's a feature that's taken for granted, and we can polish it and we can add gameplay on top of it. So as we start running into places where we've got a lot of our foundational tech in place. It's now add to it, make it better, improve it, because we just add a bunch of stuff together, like I was telling you for 3.0. But performance, man, I'm going to have to tell you, that's the one thing that I've been excited to see when you get in. And yes, we have some really great machines, but even on some of our not really great machines, FPS still being at a very nice place in a much larger play area with much more assets in the new way that we're doing it.
So I'm sure you've seen some of our more emergent gameplay over the past couple of days with the release and catch from space and all that kind of stuff.
I have.
Yeah, like something that I noticed from that was, let's say maybe like if I was to drop from the Cutlass and go out of sight, it would be very difficult for Gamble to see me. Are there any plans for like player-made beacons, both personal beacons and vehicle beacons and that kind of thing? And how exactly do you expect that to work? Especially like, let's say we're on Daymar, the moon that we have right now, and I'm in a Nox and I'm driving, I'm having so much fun that I run out of fuel and now I'm lost. I need some help. How is someone going to find me without a beacon? Are there any plans for beacons and that kind of thing?
Yeah, beacons. You know, we definitely encourage and we want Star Citizen to be a multiplayer game, which is what we talk about all the time. It's, you know, as with Item 2.0 allowing for more feature and more gameplay, and I think 3.0 is going to encourage quite a bit more of this. And then even as Aaron talked about yesterday, as we work to increase the player count to really bring more people together, more people in the world, as well as AI, I think that'll really encourage that. And so yeah, beacons need to happen. They need to be a part of our gameplay process, right? I think Aaron was mentioning yesterday our quantum linking, right, to make sure that you can play and fly with your person and quantum travel together and things like that. Those are always on our minds, and always trying to find ways to make our multiplayer a multiplayer game. We'll leave the single-player game to Squadron 42. So yeah, we definitely have beacons as a part of our process. To what end they're in, I think we're shooting for something for 3.0. We're adding a couple other things into 3.0 that we haven't quite talked about yet because they've come online a bit quicker than we planned for. So hopefully we'll see that in the near future. Because weirdly enough, the more space you add, the more you need to encourage and remind people that there are other people out there and how to make sure they get together.
Okay, awesome. A while back, I think it was a couple of months ago, we saw the first iterations of having faster animations as well. For example, if you're in a emergency situation that you can exit or enter your ship in a faster way. How are those animations coming along? Are we going to see them in the first iterations of 3.0? And how are we? How?
Sorry, go ahead.
How are we going to see? What's going to be the way to actually choose between the two animations?
Yeah. So. I guess you're talking about a lot of the cockpit enter and exits.
Right,
exactly. Showing off a little bit earlier in the year, or kind of sped up process, running up to the ladder, getting up quicker, not the sauntering around kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, as our processes improve and as our pipelines get better, we look to find places that we've already got the foundation for and we're ready to iterate on because we have the bandwidth for it. And so, I know our animation director, Steve Bender, was very passionate, along with a couple of our animators, well, globally, but specifically have our ship animators in the Austin studio, where wanted to encourage that type of gameplay. As far as selecting between them, I couldn't tell you exactly what the design is behind that and what our plan is for it. From what I understand, it's just going to be faster, or we'll have ones that are faster because those look better and those are more fun to play with. But as far as selecting it, I couldn't speak to that even more than that. But yeah, that was definitely one that, as we got a chance to go, okay, we got the cycles, we got the bandwidth, they were next up on the docket to improve. I know Steve and Jay and a lot of those guys were really excited to see those increases and really bring that gameplay a little bit quicker in certain areas.
Right. Would it be a possibility that the game will automatically recognize a critical situation, more or less like we have with the sound as well, that when you get into a battle situation that the sound will go up? Would that be like a procedural thing as well?
It could be. It definitely could be. Remember, every feature you ask for like that requires game code, and there are most used team next to the UI team.
Yeah.
So engineering would have quite a bit of work to hook that up to our emergency states. So you guys have seen, I'm sure you've seen a couple of our videos where we show off some of the emergency states of some of our ships. So we have the lighting options for that to remind you either you're under attack, you're about to die, your ship's going to blow up, something, you need repair. Whatever the case may be, that is definitely a part of our game code hooks, kind of the light states or emergency states. But yeah, why couldn't you hook more things up to that to be recognizable, for sure.
Right.
But I couldn't tell you exactly if we're going to, I'm sure we got that in our back pocket somewhere, but not just yet.
We've actually seen a question in the chat in regards to player ownership. Is there anything you can talk about as far as the differences between our current build and the 3.0, where player ownership is going to come to account as far as like money or assets or things like that?
What do you mean?
Like, or for instance, the amount of Alpha UEC, like things that you can buy with Alpha UEC, things that you can have as assets, in regards to not necessarily the economy, but how people play the game. So, like, will there be more to buy with Alpha UEC or that sort of thing?
I don't know if I could speak to that any more than
Aaron did yesterday.
Gotcha.
Maybe. I know. I saw what Aaron said. I don't know if I could add anything more to what he said.
Touching upon that as well, will we be able to? So I know Aaron mentioned we'll be able to to share missions. Will we be able to trade less than physical items, such as UEC, between players?
Sure. Yeah. You know, we don't have that necessarily going into 3.0 right now. It's definitely a part of the design as far as future potential trading options and things along those lines.
Right.
3.0, from what I've seen, it's not necessarily a part of that patch. But, you know, all these great options are always in our back pocket for future designs.
Right.
For 3.0 at the moment, there's no direct trading. There's no, you can walk up to somebody, open a window, and trade items or money. It'll be the type of trading that'll be available in 3.0 is mostly through the mission system. It's if you create a mission that says get this and I'll give you this much money, they turn this thing in and that's how you transfer money. It's the very, very first iteration. It's done through the mission system at this point. But yes, something definitely that they're working on.
So a question less about the current build, but a more concerned viewer in the chat asked, because they're aware that I think it's like, what, 2 a.m. for you right now? They were asking, on average, how long do you work every week?
That's always a really hard question because...
So there's nobody, I think, in the world that wants this game out and all this stuff done more than the people that work here. And I think when you care and are that passionate about Star Citizen, Squadron 42, and what we're doing here, you're never not working.
Right.
If that's not cheesy.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say we try to achieve 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then we go from there. But I couldn't tell you exactly to what number everybody works. I think we all, you know, and you got to remember, everybody has different expectations based on what their workload is, based on what they're doing, based on, you know, if we're coming up to release, or you're working on development, or you're working on a feature, or you're working on bugs. So that fluctuates just like any company. But we are still a business, so we, you know, 40 hours a week is our target. But we, a lot of us go maybe a little bit more than that sometimes.
Nice.
And then you get home and you spend 3 hours checking your emails when you're supposed to be talking to your loved ones, and yeah, it's
Yep.
So
That's right.
There's the work at the office, then there's the work at home, and then there's
Yep.
the work laying in bed when you can't sleep, and it's really hard to. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah.
All right, we've got about 5 more minutes. What else you got?
So we've seen some of the awesome work so far in 3.0 with the PBR, physically based rendering on the UIs on the ships. Like I can peer over somebody's shoulder and see their Nox user interface and stuff, and it looks really awesome, regardless of if you're sitting on it or standing and watching. The Moby Glass is a way of a player to, you know, interact with their possessions, to talk to other people, that kind of thing. And I assume it uses the same kind of system. Will other players be able to kind of like peer over somebody's shoulder and see exactly what they're doing on the Moby Glass?
Do you want them to?
To a degree, I would personally. I would kind of love it so that there would be a chance or an option to, maybe not specifically for players, maybe to see only a snippet of that. I don't want to be able to read somebody else's chat because I don't want somebody to read my own chat. But to let's say that person is a bounty target, like a player sanctioned bounty, and you want to know about like where they're going, what they've charted, what they plotted, or how much UEC they have on them right there. Like you know, that's kind of the kind of information that I kind of want if I was to be a bounty hunter kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah, so, you know, in the real world, let's pretend you had a Moby glass on your arm,
right,
and not just a cell phone in your pocket.
Right.
I would imagine that they could probably see everything, unless you had some sort of privacy setting.
Right.
So, having said that, as of right now, yes, you absolutely can, right? You can see it right now in the build.
Right.
You guys I've been watching you guys enjoy what we've got so far in the 3.0 build. I think you should definitely try it. I think you should have somebody look at the Nox. I've been watching you guys open the Nox up and, you know, try to do something and try to control it. But that's absolutely in the game right now.
Right.
Will that stay, or will we iterate on that in the future? That I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what we're going to kind of push for depending on how it goes. There's definitely a privacy element that comes with all the things that we do.
Okay.
And there will be a lot of discussions around that as those features come online. But again, these features are just coming online. So the Moby Glass before, you know, in 2.6.3 right now, can you see it on somebody's screen when they open up their Moby Glass?
Yeah.
So we'll have to iterate that on and see. But definitely the tech has that option right now to be, if in the real world someone's sitting over your shoulder to look where you put your cargo, then they can go steal your cargo, right? So, you know, we'll kind of see how that goes.
That's really cool. So I'm gonna have to be using my Moby Glass around corners then to make sure that nobody's looking over my shoulder.
This will be DJ Knight to be over here.
Just like when you use your phone in a meeting.
Because I'm
under the desk.
going to be a bounty hunter, so I love the idea that I could be walking past somebody and glance at their Moby Glass and see that, oh, you have that much of that. Cool. Go around the corner. Hey, how about we just put a mission out for this guy's cargo? Thanks.
So now will telescopes be in the game so I can look at people's Moby Glasses from a distance?
All right, time for one more question, guys.
So, Star Citizen is obviously for a new player, it's a pretty hard game to get a hang of it. We have a lot of key bindings, a lot of different mechanics in the game itself. A while back, we had some sort of a tutorial kind of playground. Is there any chance or possibility that we're going to get that back in 3.0? Because there's so much to remember about this game.
Yeah, sorry, I can hear everything that's going on in that display floor right now in my ears, so whatever everybody just screamed about, I'm very excited. So you're going to have to tell me about that after the interview.
Amazon is giving away Fire tablets.
Yeah.
Perfect. Get me one. The tutorial. So the tutorial for Arena that came out with Arena Commander is the one that you guys are talking about, right? With the pilot.
Gilly.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, kind of like what I spoke to at the beginning about when tutorials are helpful versus when we actually work on them on the game dev side, right? Until you know what the game is going to be ultimately, either it's on a release or a final release or an expansion or whatever the case may be, that's when you start really building tutorials because everyone understands the elements of what's gone in and how it plays together, and then we want to teach somebody.
Right.
So with 3.0, we're not necessarily making a big push to improve the Arena Commander tutorial because if you go do that now or you try to do that now, the game's clearly changed, right? So item 2.0, we're going to have to explain a bit more how item 2.0 works now that you can flip switches and use player interaction. But we are definitely taking the new player experience very seriously as much as we can. We don't, you know, we want to spend time on it because it's important to us, but we also have a lot of work to do. So there's that constant balance of going, okay, now we're going to work on the player experience so everybody can have it. Because you're absolutely right. There's a lot that goes into what we're doing, and 3.0 has even more with item 2.0. So we're working on like a hint system and other ways to kind of support you and help you get through that curve of learning SCL for 3.0 and then just from the future. So yeah, it's a big part of it. And I think, you know, all of our game modules, it would be kind of nice to have something along those lines. And, you know, as we get closer towards that, we'll evaluate what makes sense on what tutorials and when. But yeah, at 3.0, we definitely are trying to add that element to it to go, okay, there's all these new things. Even me as a person, you guys who have played our game once or twice, right? We want to make sure you got some encouragement as you learn those first elements to really get going, because the player interaction system and item 2.0 alone have a lot of elements to it. So imagine trying to learn everything else if you're a new player. Yeah. So yeah, we're definitely always thinking about it, and the new player experience is very important to us. And so we're trying to make a push for that 3.0.
Yeah, cool. For 3.0, it's the hint system. The hint system is the closest thing that we have to a tutorial at the moment right now, because it's easily iterative, and it's easy enough to go in and change without a ton of programming as systems change and stuff. So.
And what I've also seen, a lot too is as gamers, when we get a new game, there's certain things that we get taught by that game, and then it becomes second nature. So you guys, I'm sure you know pretty quickly how to strafe in a gladiator, right? Or you know how to get your weapon, change your weapons, right? Because it's become muscle memory.
Yeah.
And like things like the player interaction system, as the more we get people get a chance to play with that, the more it teaches them to go, oh, I can hit F and I can look for something glowing. That's pretty helpful and easy. Great. Now I'll do that everywhere I go.
Right.
And that becomes a natural instinct. So things like that we'll definitely watch. We'll watch as we bring Cody and you guys more on board, and we kind of see those things, and we can tweak as we go to see what elements we want to add into.
All right. Well, Eric, thank you for
pleasure.
joining us so late in the evening. It's almost 2 o'clock now for you. Any final words before we let you go?
It's entirely my pleasure. I want to say I'm personally incredibly proud of this entire team, internationally as well as Los Angeles, on what we're trying to achieve, and that every single day we come in with a smile on our face, and we try to keep pushing SC Alpha to our Star Citizen and Squadron 42 to completion. So we're trying really hard. I'm really proud of them, and I want to thank you guys for doing these streams all weekend. This week has been awesome to watch from afar, since I can't sit there and enjoy it with you guys, and to all of our backers, of course, right? Because we couldn't do this without them. So those are my final words. I'm excited to see what you guys think of tonight's show, and then Saturday I think is our last day. Yeah, right?
Saturday.
Lando, we have one more stream.
Yeah, we got one more show. We got the Friday show, and then after a night of drinking and celebration, but now we come back in here Saturday like zombies, and I'm like, hey, did you like the show?
There you go. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for having me on. It was 2 a.m. is nothing. I'm a gamer like you guys, so late nights are easy.
All right, guys, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back at the top of the hour with more Star Citizen Alpha 3.0. 3 minutes now. We're going to get started right now. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to our live from the Gamescom show floor 2017 extravaganza, spectacular.
Spectacular Ganza.
Spectacular Ganza. I'm your host, Community Content Manager Jared Huckabee, and with me this week, Sergeant Gamble, DJ Knight, and Meyer Test. Now, we just closed up our interview with Eric Davis. Eric was kind enough to call in from sunny, beautiful Southern California and answer questions about our overall game development for Star Citizen Alpha 3.0 and Gamescom. We are getting ready now to play Star Citizen Alpha 3.0 with everybody here on the show floor. Now, you'll see here, we have all these people in line waiting on the show floor. Let's show another camera here. The line goes around the booth on both sides. We have about 10 terminals on the floor and then 12 terminals here, and we're all playing together. Now, in order to let everybody who comes through have a fair shot at getting a ship and getting a weapon, the server is designed to reset about every 15 minutes. So because we are playing in the same server as those who are playing there, our server will reset every 15 minutes as well. So with that, let's jump in with DJ and Meyer already in action. DJ, what are you doing?
Well, I was just mowing somebody down with the Noxazole. I figured that was a fun thing to do.
As you do.
I mean, it's got to happen on occasion, right? And I felt like he was encroaching on my space. I claimed that Gladius, so they had to go. Sorry.
So this is a little area that's on the surface of Delamar. We're affectionately referring to it as the Planetary Playground. That's not an official naming or anything. It's just an area where we've put some spawn points, added in some of the new ships that are being added into 3.0, as well as some old fan favorites, and let people jump in and explore a little bit about what Star Citizen 3.0 has to offer. So where are you going, DJ?
I'm going to check out the outpost.
Okay.
I haven't checked out all of these over here because the one that I've done the most exploring is the one that's up there on that mountain point. So I figured to come and check this one out.
So meanwhile, in the spawn point, I just spawned in, so I'm looking around and I'm kitting out my character. So right now I'm walking through the this crash site of a caterpillar with the new heavy marine armor, and I managed to secure myself the new railgun as well as, I believe, one of the newly refactored ballistic rifles. So I'm just having a good time here, looking around, enjoying the sunset.
Hold on, Meyer, not to interrupt. DJ appears to have found what is that? Some loose change.
Oh,
some pills.
Yeah,
apparently.
That's
pills.
medication and some change.
There's a question mark on that pill. That's quite worrying.
See, that would be a problem, though.
Are you able
to take a pill with a question mark on it?
Are you able to zoom in on that?
That is zoomed in on that. There it is.
We can do a little bit more.
So,
there are some hearts in there.
I don't know about this alien one, right? Like in this universe, with the Vandal existing, and we know that aliens aren't necessarily the friendliest. Why
would you say no to drugs, people? Say no to drugs.
Would you try it? That's the question.
I don't live in this universe, but probably not.
No?
I don't know. Like the Vandal have wrecked.
Yeah. Right, Meyer, let's take a look at that railgun. Show us that railgun in action.
Sure. So I'm still in the armistice zone of the spawn point. I was just watching the new players go about and enjoy the game for the first time. Well, the patch for the first time, should I say? I need a few more seconds to get out of the armistice zone so I can bring out the weapon. But luckily, I have myself the new Nox speeder bike to get there ASAP.
Your heavy armor is a little heavy on the right there.
Yeah. Because this armor is so heavy, like it pushes the bike over.
You've been drinking again yesterday?
Just a bit.
I think you had a couple of those question marks.
I had one or two of the happy pills.
All right, so I'm out of the armistice zone now, so I can now get out. And I think I'll use this bike, actually. It served me well for like 5 seconds, but we're through. It's over.
And you seem to be in a target-rich environment for that railgun. I looked above you, and there are a number of ships in the air.
Ah, I see. Oh, that caterpillar.
Happy New Year on Daymar.
Oh, yeah. So, actually, this is really cool because what I like about this this new patch is that the rubble and stuff, actually, they persist for quite a long time as well. So I'm going to bring out the railgun now.
It looks like we're getting ready for a reset.
All right.
Get ready to...
there we are.
Yep, we're getting ready for a reset. So, as you can see, they are swapping people out. 10 people out, 10 people in. That'll take them a few minutes to get going. While we're on this break, let's take a look at the other trading card that's being given out today. Another ship that's been brought back for sale. It's coming soon in Star Citizen Alpha 3.0, the Drake Dragonfly. All right, now that Drake Dragonfly trailer is pretty good. We are still getting started, so I'm going to take this opportunity to show my favorite of the trailer bunch again. This is the Ursa Nox trailer. I said Ursa Nox. I'm tired. Very, very tired. This is the RSIers. You ever notice the more tired I get, the more I sound like Casey Kasem? Ursa Nox confirmed. Ghostbusters are at it again.
Where is my brain?
All right, now we are back in game.
Indeed, and I've just found myself a new Nox as well, so once I get inside and leave the Armistice Zone, I'll show you guys just exactly what this this new railgun can do after the usual mount.
What are you doing, DJ?
Looking for another railgun. And I'm going to rain Hellfire upon people.
Nice.
Because Hellfire sounds like a good thing to rain.
Indeed.
I don't want to rain like Star Kid plushies. That's not cool. But Hellfire, though, that I can do. No.
Meyer.
Yes.
Where are you going?
So like I said, I was just going to show off the new railgun.
Oh.
And then demonstrate its power. So again, this is the new railgun here. It's brand new to this patch, and it's a ridiculous monster of a weapon. It's by Apocalypse Arms, one of the in-game manufacturers. Each gun, each ship, each pair of underwear has its own manufacturer in this game. Oh, but before we shoot our ship, let's go ahead.
There you go. Finish him.
Take out this Cutlass. The Cutlass as well is one of the new ships for this game.
Engine.
It's pretty robust.
Engine.
All right. Charge now.
Nice.
Nice. Good shot.
Charge. You have to wait before so it glows. There we go. Bang.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
him.
Yep. He's still flying, though.
He is still flying.
Man, that Cutlass is a tank.
It is a tank. Got him. Might be able to hit this Gladius if I'm lucky.
Now you are seeing the kind of dogfight that happens when you have 10 people who have never played Star Citizen before.
It's true. I love it, though. Look at it. It's like a little convoy or something. That Aurora's going to die.
Oh, that was a pretty sweet maneuver by that Gladius there.
Yeah, that Aurora is going to die without my health, but I'm going to try anyway. I missed just. All right.
How are you able to miss?
How are you able to commentate?
I have a mic.
It's assault.
All right, so DJ has got himself a Cutlass now. What are you doing, DJ?
Since I couldn't get out fast enough, I figured a good thing to do would be to step over here, hop into this ship, and actually do some firing. So I set one of the I set the plate ready as one of my switches, but I can't remember which one I set it to. There we go.
You gonna get in on some of this action?
Oh yeah.
All right. So off camera, I just saw the coolest thing, so I'm going to try and recreate it now. 1 second. All right, so I'm going to get one railgun. So, look, DJ, how does the new Caterpillar fly? The Caterpillar.
I'm about to say that.
The new, the new Cutlass. How does it fly? How does it compare?
Feels good.
Feels good.
I haven't flown it in a while, so it's hard to say how it compares.
Right.
But it feels right to me.
That's good. Like, I think one of the things I love about this game is that, like, all the different ships, like, especially the larger ones, they feel large, and the smaller ones feel really agile. Like, how maneuverable is that compared to, like, say, the Aurora that you've flown in the past so far? Whoa!
All right, well, you just survived contact with a Gladius.
He just broke himself against your body.
He did it. It was his fault. Should have known better.
Don't you hate it when Gladius just splatter on your windshield?
It's the worst. It's the absolute worst. Whoa. Hey, if I can tank my way through it, I'm gonna.
Maybe not so much.
Not so much at all. The explosion.
Hey, what are you doing, Meyer?
Right, so I don't think you guys got to see the full destructive force of this railgun. So I wanted to show you exactly what it can do against something like the Nox. So I'm going to go ahead now and charge it up. And as you can see, it has several states. So it's charging, it's ready now, and I thought that was really cool. Fireworks for days. All right, I'm going to go find the Ursa rover now, and then take myself to DJ. We can do some multi-crew stuff, maybe.
No.
And then...
I think we deserve a Nox race.
A Nox race.
But I think we deserve a Nox race.
Is it going to be an Ursa Nox race?
An Ursa Nox race.
Well, we tried to have Nox races the other day.
Right.
And somebody wasn't really holding their own.
You know, but I mean, you can say whatever you want, but I'd like to see anyone catch a free-falling guy in the back of a Cutlass and then make him fall out the side door again as well.
All right, so I'm heading back to the encampment. I'll find a Nox, and we'll use the same track as yesterday, and we'll see just how DJ Knight stacks up, because a certain Sergeant Gamble. Did you just crash into a rock?
I did crash into a rock.
Well,
you win this round, Rock. Rock.
I'll get you next time, Rock.
I'll get you next time, Rock.
I'll get you next time, Rock.
DJ does the best claw that I know.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, my heart rate went so high that my vision started going blurry, and I've lost a bunch of oxygen that I didn't even realize. That's, I suppose, one of the things about wearing this heavy suit.
You can't just wail on that sprint.
Yeah. So you know what I was saying with to EKD about the HUDs on the ships. DJ just like walked past me, and he could see exactly what I could see on the vehicle. I'm right here. I'm right here. So on DJ, he can see exactly what I can see on the monitors right here on the Nox. And this will be really, really awesome in multi-crew ships where you have several people on the bridge. Maybe you have a guy on the captain's seat, and he's looking at his helmsman. He's telling his helmsman, set course to this way. He wants to make sure that guy knows exactly what he's doing. He wants to be able to see the shields and the shield strength on the other person's seat. It's all going to stack up and make this game just that much more immersive, because you can see everything. Everything that needs to be seen is seen in a very diegetic and very cinematic way.
Let's get moving.
You want to see a Nox? I mean, you want to find a Nox, and then we'll race?
All right. I was going to lay down on that one.
You're going to lay down on mine? All right, here we go. I'll wait for you at the starting point.
All right, cool.
So for those who don't know who went with us yesterday, the Nox race is a true test of skill. Certain sergeants before have tried and failed, but
certain sergeants were also
didn't
getting
have
shot
anything
in
to
their
do
back
with
the
the
entire
skill.
time.
I mean, my Nox was sabotaged.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah,
I'm sure it was.
I watched it be sabotaged.
It's worth noting, in Sergeant Gamble's defense, Meyer likes to make up contests and make up contest rules, and then change the contest rules in the middle of the contest. And then when you get to the end of the contest, say, oh, nope, there was one more rule and one more part of the contest. So I'm not sure it's really a fair fight.
It's not.
What can I say? Some people don't like my games.
All right, so
Wholly unfair.
Myers at the starting point. DJ's making his way there.
I'm looking for the fire so I can find him.
To your right, just over there. You,
right.
I'm that target over there. Hit R. All right, so I've decided this time around that the starting point should be, you see there, that opening there between those two devices?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be our starting point.
Oh, here we go with the rules again.
Well, I'm just saying that maybe we need like a goal to go through, you know what I mean? So, all right, so the track is as follows. We go through...
How about we go through there?
You're making the rules now?
Up to that point right there.
Yeah. So go through there, go round
and then
that.
we go left to the prospectors. Then we hop into a prospector, and then we go into space. And then we come back into atmosphere and back to the landing zone. How about that for a race?
That's not a race.
That is perfectly a race.
That's not a race.
That means step your game up if it's not a race.
That's not a Knox race.
Womp, 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 womp. I hear Charlie Brown's teachers right now coming from Meyer. So I say that's how we do it. We start with the Knoxes. We go up there. We round that. We go back to the prospectors, and then we go into space. And then we come back down, back to the starting zone.
Okay, all right.
Should have brought Board Gamer.
You want to grab lunch?
You guys ready to go?
All right, we're ready to go. Okay, in 5. No, okay, Disco, you
Go.
count it because I'm a cheater, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you've gone already? What?
Of course I'm going
All
already.
right. You're going to crack.
You started all the rules yesterday, and you
Oh.
started all the time. See, I heard gunshots already.
All right, so at least I managed to survive there. Something somebody else couldn't do earlier. you
And
see,
it would be.
You spent so long on the rules, you hit the server reset.
you spent so long changing my rules.
All right, go to the other server.
All right.
How you doing?
Even if we started immediately, that would have happened.
Sorry? Yeah. Oh, no, we're broadcasting.
So, 1.
Okay, so we're in the process of loading back in. We have a second server that isn't on the realm that they're on, so it won't go through the reset. Since we are doing a mono race, I say you need to go straight to the dark side of the moon.
Straight to the dark side.
It's take us. This is going to be a race to the dark side
I'm here for that.
Right. With what vehicles?
with the
Round
Noxes.
vehicles with Noxus?
And you were saying that us talking about rules is boring. It's
gonna
going
be
to take us
interesting.
hours to get to the dark side of the Noxus.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hours?
Sounds like somebody's scared.
Weapons free?
No, 'cause you
now-
have to get
now
to the-
he's with the
no,
weapons free
Weapons
all of
free
a sudden.
once you get to the dark side.
All right. Okay.
Weapons free once you get to the dark side.
Right.
All right, so they're back in.
I mean,
DJ's mounting up. DJ's got that cool red flight suit there. Meyer is still looking for a Nox.
found one.
Where's the sun?
Yeah, so put the sun at your back. Literally, just get to go ahead and stay in the starting area, so you're easy enough to find. Just put the sun at your back.
I was about to be gone.
All right, found you.
Catch me.
Okay. Well, not so good without all your rules, are you, Meyer?
I win by default.
I was expecting to go over it. Obviously, that Nox was faulty, and it was not my fault. But
What do your rules say about Ursa's?
what does my rule say about Ursa's? I could get into an Ursa. I think that Nox is going to respawn in like a second, but I can get in an Ursa.
No.
There's a Nox right here.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no, that's Aurora.
all right. So we haven't actually showed off the Ursa rover today either.
Get in a Nox.
Get in a Nox, but you just talked about rovers.
No, I said you crashed into a rover.
Oh, right. I see. I see. All right, we'll find one. That's one right over there. Are you shooting at me?
Hey, Board. How long would it take you to get to Cologne? Board Gamer in chat.
All right. Hey, Board. What's up, man? All right. I found one. And go. Come on, DJ.
That range!
Come on, DJ.
Oh, must suck to get into a vehicle and get blown up, huh?
It kind of does, yeah, it kind of does.
I'm here for you, bro.
What?
I'm here for you.
That is so nice.
All the revenge.
All right. Okay. Gladiuses.
Gladiuses.
Since we're out of Nox at this point.
No, it's respawn. Yeah, so thankfully the vehicles on this map do respawn at a good rate, so we can.
Okay,
you actually
ready?
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, so where are you?
So get together.
Uh huh.
Put the sun at your back.
The sun at our back, so the opposite direction.
Yes.
Yes.
Quickest way to the dark side is by putting the sun at your back.
Yep.
Done.
Okay, you're both lined up. All right, Gamble, count them off.
In 3, 2, 1, go!
Remember, no weapons until you get to the dark side.
No weapons. All right. Whoa, that was close.
No rocks until you get to the dark side.
No rocks until we get to the dark side. Okay, now that is something I cannot promise.
That could be problematic. We'll see.
I feel like DJ's going the right direction. DJ's definitely heading towards darkness, as is the objective of the race.
So am I. I'm going in the same direction. That's DJ over there.
So there's more darkness to your right than there is to your left? There you go.
This is sheer favoritism by the commentator.
Nonsense.
So yeah.
Let's get some third-person views.
Okay.
Done.
I have to say, I really do appreciate the lack of draw distance. You can see everything and anything. So long as it's there and it's on the horizon, you can see it.
Hey, go to first person. I don't trust you not crashing.
Oh, but tell you what. Woo!
That Willie, though, with no wheels.
Shoot your weapons real quick. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, this game's down. It's just nothing's going on. They're just driving. Also, we're in a very, 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 very loud convention center.
It's true. Huge. You know, I think we're going to run out of fuel. I'm 50%. What about you?
About 50.
All right.
We'll find out.
So I think we can actually take these Noxes onto the Cutlass.
There's no caterpillar.
No, I keep confusing the two words together.
Well, there's a caterpillar, but it's not.
It's a bit
It's not
busted,
flyable
yeah.
anymore.
True.
Not without a good engineer, I'm sure. But yeah, we could try doing it. We can put the.
Oh, that
whoa,
flip!
whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm alive. I'm good. I'm
Lock
good.
it.
The vehicles are making sound. You just can't hear them over all the noise that's in the audio feed.
But yeah, we can put them into the onto the Cutlass, and then take them to the dark side. That will work.
Yeah.
That's not a Nox race though.
No, but they're gonna have a Nox duel instead in the dark side.
Well, it's all right. DJ's leaving Meyer behind anyway. We can call it right now.
Gone.
Hey, it's not my fault. You see, I'm wearing heavy armor. Okay. All right, don't. Oh man, this is a great view though. I love it.
I hear a whole lot of Charlie Brown's teachers talking.
My name is Meyer. I make the rules, but they don't help me because
I'm a fool.
I lost a. I
I
thought
was
I had
gonna say
rhyme.
DJ rules,
I
but
thought I had
hey,
a rhyme.
hey.
But it does
Oh.
seem like you're actually going faster than I am. Like I'm
Yes.
going. Yeah, I'm going in the same direction as him. I have afterburner on, and he's braking distance. But now I'm out of fuel. Oh,
Are you sure?
oh,
Doesn't matter. Explosion. Explosion.
I'm out of fuel.
Explode.
No.
Explode. Explode.
Job, Meyer.
Don't explode. You know you want to explode.
I'm out of propulsion right now, so it's just like it's lost its balance. There we go.
All right, let's go ahead and reset. Let's get into Gladiuses.
Okay.
Let's get to the dark side of Gladiuses. Let's do the same Gladius race we did yesterday.
Okay.
To the dark side, land. First person to land in complete and utter darkness.
Right.
Okay. So go ahead and reset yourself, DJ.
All right, go.
All right. So I found a Gladius right here.
Obviously, the moon is far too large to do this with Noxes.
Yeah. because you know they do have finite fuel, and it's a question I did ask Aaron Roberts the other day. Are we going to be able to refuel these vehicles planet side? And he said that it might be an option because there are relief shelters and stuff dotted around the planet, and we haven't seen a gas station or something or a variant of that kind of sort. But it's not with
That'd be so hilarious. To just see an outpost as the gas station.
So I think this is actually a good time to show off the interaction system while I'm in the cockpit of the Gladius.
All right, so here's how this race works. Don't take off.
Don't take off?
Start your engines.
Right.
Get ready. The race will include the takeoff.
Whoa.
Okay. All right.
Procedure.
Okay, so where are we? So engine goes on. There we go.
It's all right. It's all right, DJ. Just hover close to the bottom. It's fine.
And
all right.
There we go.
So you're going to take off, put the sun at your back. First person to land in the complete darkness is the winner. Ready?
Right, so that's the sun right there.
No, sun to the back. You don't want to go towards the sun. It'll take you twice as long.
We'll turn around, like as we start, right?
Ready? Pole position sounds. Can you believe I'm not a pole position sound person? Sun at your back. What did you do to your ship already?
I didn't do anything. It was there like this. It was like this when I got it.
All right, so sun is not quite on my back. I need to turn like that. There we go. All right.
Yeah.
And those are our Noxes over there as well. So we know exactly where we're going. And of course, oh yes, DJ is going higher, which is actually a good tactic because the further you are away from the surface of the planet, the faster, in fact, that you go. And yeah.
Come on, let's go.
All right, are you sure you're gonna win though?
Darker. I didn't say anything. I just said let's go.
Okay.
I want my ship to work with me. That's all.
I see this, and I remember the People to Planet video, and just how unrealistic that seemed at the time. And now we can just like fly up and fly down. There are no invisible walls, and it all works. And like, I haven't really seen any pop-in whatsoever. What about yourself? Like, no texture popping or anything. It's ridiculous.
DJ, give me something to look at other than complete darkness.
That's kind of the idea, though, right?
No.
Let's get into this complete
getting
darkness.
to complete darkness. But I'm trying to put on a TV show here.
Oh, great. Ruining.
Yeah, I love the ship so much, man.
See, trying to give something cool, ruining the sun at my back. Failure is absolute.
All right, let's start heading down.
Okay. We're now making our descent towards Nightmare.
And you don't get the same points for the same joke twice.
Oh, that's awesome, though. Check it out. So the speed of sound, and this is a question I should have asked, right? So the speed of sound is like, what, 340 meters per second? Right now I'm going about 660, but I know that we do go slower when we're closer to the ground. I guess I'll find my answer when we get lower, but I was going to ask if there were any plans on like sonic booms and stuff.
They're investigating. I've already asked that question.
Okay.
Not for 3.0.
Not for 3.0, right on.
You have to see how that would affect sending endless sonic booms to everybody's client, overloading the memory, the audio buffer.
Right. Sonic boom. Sonic boom. Just have that audio.
Oh, give me that shot with the contrails.
Oh, yeah. That?
Yeah, you had a head-on shot. There.
Okay, like that, right?
Sorry.
I can zoom out a bit, and then...
There you go.
Yeah.
We're making good TV here, people.
Making good television.
All right.
I'm going to start landing now. So
Follow him down. Whoever's behind, follow him down. Like, try to land in the same place if you can.
Right.
We're getting a lot of different stats in the chat of the speed of sound, though, Meyer.
Oh, I Googled it before I asked the question. I believe it's 340.
Yeah, can you guys see each other? Have you found each other?
Oh, my God.
I'll see you in hell, DJ.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Right.
Oh, man.
So that is the disadvantage of going into orbit. in order to get to the dark side is you can't quite tell you're landing. Now, Maya, are you going to be able to successfully land?
Yeah, I'm using this as a rangefinder so I can see exactly what. Oh no! Yes, I'm alive. I'm alive. It's just a scratch.
All right.
It's just a scratch.
It's only a flesh.
Go ahead and land and dismount.
Okay. Landing, landing, landing. And dismount. I'll leave the engines on so we can have some light too.
I sure like the way the lighting is actually reflecting on the textures of the planet.
It's
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, like
It
everything.
does.
Yeah, it just every single thing you do in this game is a screenshot. You see, I'm not even damaged. You know, not even a scratch.
Talking all that smack.
Turn your flashlight on.
My flashlight.
Inspect your ship.
Inspect my ship. Okay.
Inspect your ship.
Landing gear on the ground. Awesome. Seamless. Unscratched. Hey, so seeing as you're still in the Gladius, how about a game of cat and mouse? So I'm going to come back to go back to Daymar.
No. Let
Like
DJ
you're
come
already
to
on
you.
Daymar.
Sorry?
Let DJ come to you.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go Blair Witching.
Go Blair Witching. Okay. I like the plumes of dust and stuff you can see as well in the atmosphere, just like going to doing their own thing. I think it might not be complete darkness either because we can see just a bit of the sun there too.
All right. Let's go with this. What is that?
What is
Check
what?
it out. Right in front of you.
In front of me. I think that's the sunset. Yeah, I believe it's just the sun. Yeah.
So there's not going to be a reset on this server because they're in a separate server that the crowd is in right now.
All right.
So
All right, let's go back to your ship. Take a look at your ship. DJ should be able to lock onto your ship.
Yeah, all the systems are in. So he should be able to see it even if I'm not inside it. The same way he could see the we could see the Noxes when we were taking off before.
So you used to have a tracker.
That being said, though, yeah, I'm not sure the exact range of the radar itself, or if you need to go ahead and increase the strength of it or something, because like you can do all that. You can go inside the power settings, and I'll go ahead and give it a shot. Actually, did you just pass out?
Yep. Lock on to the strongest power source. It should be Meyer's spaceship. You got to get a reading on that ship, up or down.
All right, so where are we? We need to just take off slightly there.
I wonder if you have to be within a certain range to see it, because
Yeah, there must be a maximum range on the radar, which is over there. Let's see. I've not really given this component system much love, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff to see on it. There are now several apps within the HUD to get you to your different things. So like, there's an entire shield app. You can change just how much power that goes into it. It shows you how much it needs. So like, I need to put my power all the way here to make sure that the shields are at 100%. And I can also put them on standby if I wanted to and stuff. And that's really awesome. And those are, of course, the two shields. And you can also turn them on and off individually. Let's see, what else do we have? We have weapons. What else? Comms. What the heck is that? Okay, so this must be our radar. So yeah, DJ,
Nice.
we found it. So DJ is now 70 kilometers away. That's awesome. I did not know this was here. So I can turn this off, but I'm not going to. And you can also cycle it and refresh. So you're close, DJ. You're close.
Just keep going that way.
Keep going the way you are. That's really cool.
that is pretty tight.
I'm really excited about that, actually. Because we're out of, like, there must be a way in that case to zoom out on that thing. Because, you know, we're able to see you on this thing, too. Here, that's really cool.
I like
I don't think you're going straight at him because you're approaching pretty close, very slowly here.
Yeah.
Change your vector a little bit.
There you are.
Change your vector a little bit.
Oh yeah, this is slower.
What's your vector, Victor? Yeah, you got to change sharper than that. It shouldn't be taking nearly this long to go 57 miles.
Kilometers.
Even. I'm American.
I'm tempted to go see what other functions we have here, but I don't.
Oh, no, this is the only way we have. This is the only clue we have these. There you go.
There you go.
That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
change your vector until it goes faster.
So you seem to be like more in this direction.
Yeah, it's speeding up.
This is exciting.
It's-
This is the worst game of hide and seek.
It's exciting to me that this works so well.
Yeah, I would have never expected it to have that much detail on
Yeah.
how far I am away.
Are you able
this distance.
to click the eject button in the interface?
In the interface.
Remember, there's no parachutes.
Straight
yes.
down.
Yeah,
You have to look
it'll
straight
be
down.
straight up. And
Like
then
looking
straight
into your
back
lap, it should be in there. It was. That's where it was yesterday.
Okay.
down. Was that a question from chat?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you can. Okay, so if I
That's
get-
actually how the first drop and release started.
Right
Because
there.
I looked
Yeah.
up and I was like, yeah, let me eject. That
All right,
was not a good
DJ,
look.
you're coming up. You see him yet? You have him on your target? You should
not,
be able to target him by now.
not yet. I think it might be a max range of either 10 or 15 kilometers.
All right, you stopped moving closer now. There you go.
You'll be able to see because I'll appear.
So, Jared,
There we go.
what did you guys do on stream today? No, we flew around in the dark for about 35 minutes.
And it was awesome.
It's awesome to me. It's awesome to me that the MFDs work so well. I love it. Okay, so what else do we have? Because you can see me right there. So
Okay, you got him now?
Yeah, we have comms.
Yep.
Okay.
I wonder if I turn comms off, am I invisible now? I am hailing you.
That's awesome.
Look at the bottom screen. Maybe you can see it.
I think my my throttle is linked to my multifunction. Yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Never mind. Don't crash. Just,
Don't crash.
yeah.
Oh no, it's still in the multifunction view.
I'm hailing him.
We're trying to
That's
set up a
freaking
Bluetooth
awesome.
connection
That's
between the two
amazing.
ships.
Oh man. I could
Bluetooth
cry.
2947.
All right.
All right, so Meyer, go ahead and get out of your ship.
Get out of my ship. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Very little night fight. Assuming DJ can land
I already got my landing gear up.
Okay.
more successfully than he did last time.
Well, last time it was landing at a high speed. That was not a good
It
look.
was falling without
With
style.
Without style.
That's cool. Look at that. You see the ship down there with the ship lights on. Give me a little. Yeah.
The way you contrast against Crusader is amazing too.
Power off.
Okay.
Get out.
All right. We're gonna do an old-fashioned Nightmare duel here. So you guys come together. Use your lights to find each other and come together.
Turn your light on.
There we go.
Yep. All right. So come together. All right. Now go back to back. Like put your backs to each other. All right. Back to each other. All right. Turn off your lights. And I want you all to run for 10 paces.
Okay.
I'm gonna say when I go set. I'm gonna say go. You take 10 paces in the opposite direction. Turn around. You can use your lights. You can not use your lights. It's entirely up to you.
Right.
You have to find each other and kill each other. Ready?
Okay.
Go. 1,
3, 4, 5,
2,
6,
nope,
7, 8,
3,
9, 10.
4. No, I'm counting out. 5. Keep going.
Oh, man, I thought-
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You said 10 paces. I was like, all right,
Yeah, but I'm
cool.
gonna count them out. Okay. So, do they use their lights? Do they not use their lights?
Oh, not.
Well, I can see.
Probably end up with them walking in separate directions.
All right.
We're bringing you only the best nighttime gameplay. Now, other game streams, they're like, let's show off a bunch of color and a bunch of environments. I'm like, no, let's do our gameplay
Oh, there we go.
Incomplete black.
Some action here.
No, reload.
Heal!
I'm gonna get you. Is Millie in? Millie is in. Okay, all right. Punch him in the face. There we go.
Heal. Do it. Reload.
Disappear into the night, DJ.
I am the knight.
So I think you only have one mag, so
yeah.
you're now screwed. All right, so now it's a race to the ships because
That's right.
we're out of ammo.
Okay, yeah, race to your ships. Finish each other off.
Uh-oh, this could be a problem.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I took off like very slightly.
Aw. Can you not get in your ship, buddy? Do you not have a ride, bro?
Oh, somebody didn't turn their engine off.
Yeah, my ship is slightly higher.
Somebody didn't turn their engine off.
Can I?
I'd worry less about your Gladius and more about his, Meyer.
What? What? Oh!
And I died in the Gladius.
You bled
with
out!
Blood loss. Ow!
Yes!
I had the advantage and still died. My soul is aflame.
Victory is mine!
But now you're stuck on the dark side of the moon.
Oh,
Deal
well.
with it.
Oh,
All right, go ahead and reset yourself, Meyer.
All right.
Okay. We'll stay here until the next swap out, and then we'll go back to the player server.
Okay.
So, folks watching at home, I'm sad to formally announce that the Gladius is less combat capable than a man with no ammo and no weapon.
Oh, man.
Don't bring a Gladius to a gunfight if you're bleeding from every orifice.
That's a valid point.
So, do you want to do that Nox race right now? That one loop?
Yeah.
Are you man enough or alien enough, as the case may be, seeing
Really?
it as an
Really?
alien bike?
Is that how you try to challenge me to a Nox race?
Yes.
Are you man enough? Of course I'm man.
Or alien enough?
Okay.
All right. So there's a Nox right over there. You know where the starting point is, right?
When I can find it.
Oh snap! So there again is the stamina system again. So I think
You're wailing on your sprint too much.
Yeah.
That keeps coming up.
yeah,
Remember, just mouse wheel up so you're not having to hit the sprint so much.
yeah.
You must manage your physicality.
You must manage, especially in the heavy armor because it's huge. All right, there we go. So I'm going to the starting points over there. You can follow me.
You only adopted the sprint. I was born in it.
Raised with it.
Okay, so DJ's made it to the starting point. Or Myers made it to the starting point.
I was Usain Bolt before I was. Okay, anyway. So
See how was Usain Bolt?
Okay. All right, now this is a fighting race.
yes, this is a death race. So again, the rules are simple. Through this gate, round that loop, and back.
Okay, hurry up because they're doing the swap right now.
Yes.
Okay, count them down, Gamble.
Yep. All right, I'll try. I'll try to do it your way.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going. You can try shooting me. I don't think you're gonna hit me though. I'm giving you this advantage
DJ,
right
look
here.
out for the rock.
Watch out for that rock.
Meyer with a very comfortable lead. DJ choosing to stay behind and try to use his weapons as the great equalizer.
Weapons, my only weakness. Whoa! No! Okay, throttle down.
Yes.
And there we go. So that's what Gamble wasn't doing before. Whenever
It
he
was exactly the same experience that I had.
no, but you throttled down to recover, but you didn't. All right, where is that finish line? Oh, there it is. Do a bit of a serpentine swerve right here to avoid those last few shots.
Get him, DJ.
Oh, it's so close. Oh, come on. Throttle down.
Serpentine.
No!
Oh, right at the finish line.
Ah, dude.
And
That's the way to save the day.
through the goalpost.
Damn it. All right, congratulations.
Congratulations, DJ.
All right,
Are you
Epic
alien?
victory.
So Nox Death Race rankings over the course of the last 3 days. Meyer, DJ Knight, a speak and spell that's missing its batteries, and Sergeant Gamble.
Oh, man.
Okay.
All right, so we're doing everybody else?
Mm-hmm. So exit to mid.
Kick the camera then.
Yeah, so go ahead and jump into the other server, guys.
I am.
Go, go.
Oh, man.
All right. Oh, look, the camera's falling down. We're going to fix the camera. While I fix the camera, I'm going to show you another video. Let's watch a video about the Cutlass.
From you.
Oh, I forgot we're muted.
Well, sorry about that.
Sorry, you didn't miss anything. I said some swear words.
All right,
So what are we doing, gentlemen?
all right. Well, you want us
Trying
to
to
find
get
some
to a Gladius.
Gladiuses, right? But the issue is
Gladii.
everybody has the Gladiuses.
Word, do they?
Well, I would imagine so.
All right,
Cutlass?
I think it's Cutlass release and catch time then.
All right. Well, somebody's in here. And somebody's in there. But there's one Gladius over there, but I think DJ just got it, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yep, that's me.
That is you.
So I can go over
Okay,
to the
DJ,
Cutlass.
you take us on a tour of the moon.
Woo.
I'll try and
I
follow.
love that button. That just like we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
To how if you wanted to, you could actually hold F and then look around and work with the interaction system.
Yeah.
I actually set a hotkey for engage systems.
Mhm.
So that quick engage systems option is there. You
Yeah.
have to set it on the host. So that is a beautiful.
Like, a lot of people
Finding.
love the VR, and a lot of people love being able to diegetically like look around and look at your ship and press the buttons.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't. But I love how like they cater for both. And even with the Gladius, you can turn on that ship at the same speed, if not faster, than in the previous build at the touch of a button.
All right, DJ's going to take us on a tour of some of the canyons here at Daymar.
Let's do it.
Like that.
Meyer, meanwhile, is loading up into the ever-popular Aurora.
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 The Aurora.
Hey, Ursinox.
Ursinox.
With
I'm
coming with the brand new Aurora.
I'm
Aurora.
not doing so good with the words at the moment.
All right, now the Aurora doesn't have the comm system, so I can't like pinpoint DJ. But I'll go towards him. I think he's the only one going towards the sun over there.
Probably player 12.
Yeah, I know, but that only shows up in the Gladius's.
Gotcha.
It would help if I put my landing gear down.
This just feels awesome. Just to
It
be
looks
flying
awesome.
through a canyon.
That's somebody's Aurora.
Just getting low. Just getting low.
Bounce with it, bounce with it.
To the canyon.
You going towards the sun? If you go towards the sun, you should be going towards DJ.
Yeah, I see him.
There he is ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm not going to catch up, but I want to follow his route. Because I've seen some really awesome canyons, and because, well, I mean, there is a lot of randomness to the planet. It is procedurally assisted in design. So like a lot of this is well, made by code, and then the designers come in and then flesh it out and go, this would be a nice spot for a canyon, you know, that kind of thing.
I know. Well, actually, the canyons are generally created on their own.
Right.
It's as we've discussed several times in ATV.
Yeah.
The planet is procedurally generated.
Right.
Then we go in and we explore the planet ourselves as
Yeah.
explorers, just as our fictional NPCs would, and we put outposts and everything in the places that we feel these characters would. And so it's very much we are exploring these planets just as the players would, and putting outposts there. But no, we don't go through. We don't generally go through and create a canyon.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure we've done it at some point, you know, experimentally and stuff like that, and we'll do it at some point in the future with the specific stuff. But for these 3 moons, as far as the terrain goes,
I really enjoyed seeing the ATV where they kind of covered the specific canyon. Woo!
Of course, you had to change the camera
Yes.
just as I blew up.
yes,
That's the perfect time to change the
Yes.
cameras, though.
I may not be able to know words, but I know exactly when Meyer's going to screw up.
But
Even
no,
before
it was,
he does.
It was a beautiful thing watching the ATV where they were just showing where the pad would go and seeing how the ground would kind of work and where they would place a landing pad, and then showing how a settlement would grow around a specific spot on the planet. So that was a great look at how they're making decisions on where outposts go and why.
All right, I'll find you yet.
Like, this would be a horrible place for an outpost, one of these rocks.
Yeah.
Unless these rocks are mineable on this planet. Then
Unless
it's
they're
like, all right,
mineable,
cool.
yeah.
Then we can, like, this would be a decent place for a small landing pad for something like an Aurora or a Prospector.
Give us some first person again.
This feels so much better to have a HOTUS.
Meyer is acquiring his own Gladius.
Yep. I was just admiring again the fact that I can get. I just love the ship so much. I love everything about it. I love the more I use it, the more stuff I learn about it. All right, let's turn to the song. And if I'm ever quiet, it's because I'm just like speechless sometimes, man. Like literally, quiet, literally. Like previously, when you were approaching ships, you could only do one thing: you could get inside the ship. Now you can choose to open the canopy. Let's say you know, like you want to role play, like okay, your commander's coming. Open the canopy for them. You can pull the ladder down separately. You can then go in. You can then, or you can choose to make all those things happen at once. It's all just it all comes together to make a really compelling game.
That's one of the things I really dig about seeing the inner thought system so far.
Yeah.
Is that there's so much RP capability. Because for stuff just like that, like if somebody's a commander and they come up, you're going to want to open up the kind of canopy a little bit. Show them, look, here, there you go. It's open. Hop in.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready to go, do what you need to do.
Exactly.
So maybe you want to open the canopy and salute him as he's getting into the ship. So like that's a really, it seems like a small thing at first, but the role play is going to be lovely with that.
And just speaking about the role player as well, I mean, like when I opened up the comm systems and I opened up the Hail, like they've mentioned before in an ATV as well. That's Around the Verse. It's the weekly TV show that they do, showing new content. They actually mentioned that you'll be able to go ahead and call players. And I'm sure it's not in right now, but like with picture-in-picture and all that kind of stuff. Think Star Trek and stuff like that.
I can't wait to see what they do with the holograms.
Yeah.
Right, and role-playing being really popular right now. It's going to be a great game to do a large amount of role-playing.
I want to see a room where I can have a holographic, like, gigantic, just, here, look, talking to this gigantic room and just be larger than life. Like a room like this hall, just to have a gigantic hologram and then kind of show somebody else in the universe looking at that person so you can see that it's going on right now. Like that,
Hey, DJ.
I'm super amped about that.
Why don't you do a 180 and head back towards Meyer?
Right, I'll make sure that I'm going in the right direction as well.
Yeah, Meyer, go towards the sun. DJ, put the sun to your back. Because we're about to hit the server reset anyway. Let's see if we can get a little combat out of this one.
Oh.
He is 12.
Oh.
That's a pretty large selfie stick right there.
That is a massive selfie stick.
That is a tripod.
Yeah, because I was about to say that's a photography stand.
This person just carrying tripod. Yep.
Goodness.
And there's the reset.
It's a selfie tripod.
There's the
Goodness.
reset.
A selfie pod.
So, all right, so we're swapping out players. Another 10 out, another 10 in. All right, so we only have 1 hour left in the broadcast. This broadcast ends at 1 p.m. today.
Right.
What are we going to do to fill up that last hour? What do you got on the docket?
You want to retry the catch and release?
We could try the catch and release.
The release and catch.
The release and catch, yes, indeed. Oh, we need to go into the other one then.
Yeah, you can go ahead and go to the other server.
Yeah.
Too late. Gotta give me his hand. Cancel. Already
Try
opened
the
the
release
other
and catch. All right, with that, let's go ahead and rewatch the Aurora video while we wait.
It's not designed to go into the atmosphere on its own.
You gonna be the jumper, Meyer?
Sure, I could be the jumper.
Sweet.
DJ has his trusty X52. Is that X52?
That's X56.
I pushed the button. Why doesn't the audio work? All right, so what we're about to do now is a little suborbital release and catch. DJ and Meyer are boarding their Drake Cutlass. They're going to fly up out of Atmo into orbit, where Meyer is going to, he's going to remove himself from the Cutlass, and DJ is going to attempt to recover him before he splats on the ground and dies.
All right, so it's still on, so it should hover. So I can come back and open the door without opening all the doors.
Right.
Because last time you fell out of the side door.
I did. Good shout, yeah.
We had three attempts yesterday. On the third attempt, Gamble here successfully caught Meyer mid-free fall, but the side door of the Cutlass was open, and Meyer went through the rear door and right out the side door. So we're gonna see if we can avoid that this time. So we are flying with only the rear door open. Gamble is taking the Cutlass into orbit.
Gamble is?
Are you really,
DJ?
Gamble?
Hey, DJ, give us some
Hey,
barrel
DJ
rolls.
Gams.
Give us some barrel rolls so we can see at Meyer. Meyer, look out the window. There you go.
That is sickening.
It's a good thing we don't have a pre-show where I'm required to talk, because I'm doing a really good job with the talking right now. I've got talking down pat.
Do a barrel roll, DJ.
Just yank, yes.
That is crazy.
Just a little slower barrel roll. Just like that gentle.
So for
spin.
those who haven't seen this
Okay.
before, this is the new Drake Cutlass. The newly
Okay,
refactored
there it
one.
is.
Yeah. Oh,
There it is.
Let's see what it looks like from Meyer's perspective. Oh, you can see the.
Yeah,
re-entry
don't go all the
trails.
way through because you might get.
No, let's try it.
Okay.
That's a devious
Oh, look out
laugh.
the
Let's
window.
try it. Let's see what happens.
look out the window.
All right, so there we go. So go ahead, a little higher, a little higher. So we, and stop, and come to a complete stop. All right.
Come to
So
a complete stop.
Are
Meyer.
we powering down?
I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Did I die? Did I die?
Yes.
How did I die?
All I was.
Take two.
Come down and get him.
All right.
This worked so well yesterday. You see what I have to work with.
Does this suit have EVA? I don't even think it does.
You
Yeah,
might.
That was the suit DJ was in.
You might want to jump out of the side door.
Out of the side door?
No, we
Yeah.
jumped out of the back door last time.
No,
He was the one jumping out. That was
no.
Richard.
At the time that we actually succeeded, he was jumping out of the side door. Not that that matters in
Yeah, but
success,
the times
but
that you didn't succeed, he was still jumping out of the rear door. And
exactly.
not dying.
That's the reason why I didn't succeed.
Yeah, but we're trying to keep the side doors closed.
I mean,
No, you jump out of the back door, and we've jumped out of the back door and not died before.
I wonder if that's because we were out in the atmosphere. And maybe his armor was broken.
Maybe you've been shot.
So let's see. How far am I from the spawn point? Let's follow some of the stuff on the radar.
Yeah. Do you not use the radar?
I never bother with radar.
I honestly don't know how the radar works on the Cutlass. I've never used it
Oh,
before.
there we go.
Oh, nice.
I like how not everything was visible.
Yeah. Like there is a max range, and obviously, like you can see more looking down than when we're actually down on the ground. Because there's no way that I would have popped up like that if you were actually like along the parallel with the ground, like you are when you were trying to get me. Remember? All right, where is he? I'm looking around.
Move around.
I'm
That's
looking.
true.
I'm looking.
Although, yes, it was Meyer that had such tremendous trouble with the ramp of the Cutlass yesterday, wasn't
Yeah, the ramp of death.
it? That's true.
Bopping
so
people in
coming
the
to
air asterisk style.
For some people,
Oh, I see him.
the Cutlass ramp might be your El Guapo.
Can you back into me a little bit, just so I don't have to run so much?
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey,
yeah.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
I'm waiting.
All right, let me like get down.
engine off.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. All right, Meyer.
Engine
You can do this. You haven't had the best luck with ramps.
Ramps.
Back up it.
Why did it have to be ramps? Let me go. I'm in.
There you go. All right.
Whoa.
Once more into the breach.
Oh goodness.
All right. So we mentioned before how like this ship is meant to be like a drop ship. And I believe this is the go-to ship of 3.0. When we do get the patch eventually, and we have trade, and we have combat, and we have the economy system and all that kind of stuff, this will be my ship of choice. Because not only do you have seats here so you can go rescue players who are stranded on the planet, but you also have the cargo bays so you can put your cargo boxes here for those missions as well. And you also have not one, not two, but you have three. Whoa, did we just take off?
No, I just powered it down.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
But we have three different crew positions on this ship. Later as well, you'll be able to put your guns and stow them away. Over here, you can have like a collection, if you will, of like rare stuff. You've got beds here for yourself and for NPCs to use. You've got a turret as well for not only helping the gunners in the front attack, but also to help defend you from behind too. It is the ship of 3.0 in my opinion. Like for everything for everything that build's going to give us, I think that this will be the best serving ship and the ship of choice for many, in fact.
Which is why I now have one.
That's why I'm sure many people now have
Oh
one.
yeah.
Hey, give us the cockpit view, the pilot view rather. View of the pilot.
Yes, 7. There you go.
There you go.
So the throttle is affecting the cameras.
Right. Whoa! So as you were pitching like that, I'm running out. I passed out. I passed out. I'm unconscious on the floor.
Meyer, get up.
Oh, okay. All right.
Love it. That makes me happy.
So I'm
Okay,
I'm
that's probably high enough.
yeah.
All right.
All right, so
Slow it down.
come to a complete stop.
Stopped.
So either you're going to have to open all doors.
Yeah, because we didn't open them before, so you have to open all doors.
Because you have ownership. So I'm sure that when the patch does get released and you can invite people to your party, then this won't be much of an issue. But for the sake of the demo, you know, they're assuming that nobody is in a party together, so they're showing off the locking system and stuff.
Yeah, just use the interaction system, DJ.
Yeah, it's on the
The
left.
throttle is affecting my mouse controls. Great. Open exterior. Should be good.
Nope.
I need you to get out of your seat altogether so you can do it, because otherwise the side doors will be open too.
I gotta go and adjust my my throttle controls.
Yeah,
on
no worries.
foot. Open up.
Open your gates.
Okay.
Thank you kindly, sir.
All right.
Make sure that
Welcome.
DJ is
Go.
back in the car.
Go, Meyer. No, go. Go now.
Why now?
Actually, go down.
No,
Go down.
no. You won't be able to find him.
If I go now, he won't be able to find me. He has to like tilt first, right? Okay, so 3, 2.
Hold on.
Okay,
All right. Straight down.
straight down. Okay, I'm ready. I've been training my whole life for this. Hoorah!
Jump.
Oh, no!
All right.
I have so many regrets.
All the regrets.
All right, there you are.
All right, so I need to go right. Oh, left.
You need to like strafe right, I think.
All right.
You're
You're going
maybe
farther
it's
away.
left. It's
Alright.
going further away. Yeah.
Farther. Yeah, remember, everything's mirrored.
And you're in the dark side.
You're getting farther away.
It's weird to see the trails.
Yeah. So you're just too far away from me.
Yeah.
You flew away from him instead of towards him.
This is looking like a well. I mean,
Turn the screen. Look. I believe it's that way.
I have complete and total
There you go. You're coming closer to him.
confidence in your skill as a pilot.
You're going in pretty fast.
Yeah, you're going down. You're below. You're way below him at this point. Go. Pull to your left.
Oh goodness.
We actually successfully did this yesterday.
I don't want to alarm you right now, DJ, but the floor is getting a bit larger.
Slow down, slow down. Should be getting closer.
Come over here. Come.
It's weird. 'Cause I'm trying to base myself on the trails. Nope. Look around.
Yeah.
Look around.
Reduce your speed and.
I am already at the lowest speed.
All right, you seem to have disappeared now entirely. I don't see
Yep.
your contrails or anything.
Look down. So you got the.
Okay. Don't point at the ground. Point up. You're below him at this point, I think. Look up.
I was trying to look at it, have him look at the ground so I
No,
can see
he's,
my landmark.
I think Meyer's further down than him.
Yep. The ground confirms
Meyer's
it.
falling
Alright, so
with like between
see.
20 to 23 meters a second right now.
All right. You're still.
Meyer, can you take a look at Crusader, see where you are? All right, DJ,
Down.
can you like...
Great. So we got 3 there.
I think he's more to your port side.
He's using the craters to try and.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what craters he's looking at.
That's a lot of craters.
It is.
I think is it those 3? Like they make an L, like a 1, 2, 3, and then they have the canyons.
All right, so there we go. So those.
But sadly, I can't see you anymore.
Yeah, I'm way too far down.
You're way too far.
Or you're way further down than.
Yeah, this is where a distress beacon would work quite nicely.
Actually.
So should we try again then instead of?
Oh,
Well, are you looking for the com thing?
I was gonna.
I think that only works for ships.
I'm in a ship.
As in, I'm not.
I was
a
gonna
ship.
try. I was gonna try though.
Right.
You'd never know me.
So how long did it take for that Red Bull guy to like to die?
Forever. So it's gonna be a horrible death.
I don't think he died.
You're gonna die
Hey,
slow.
what was that? Tilt down.
Can you fire your guns a little bit, DJ? Maybe that's something that Mario can spot.
Mario, look around on the over the horizon. See
Over the
what you see.
horizon. Okay.
Keep firing, DJ.
This is a great view, though. I have to say.
Yeah.
It's the best view of death
You gotta die.
ever.
Oh well.
If you're gonna die, it better include
All right.
cardio.
All right, I think that's probably it for this experiment.
All
Yep.
right.
All right. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and reset ourselves.
Okay. Oh man,
We do that from yesterday. Does it work?
I thought it was a different one.
All right. So how about like a duel, like with the gladiuses? Like we saw those canyons, but like how about like a bit of cat and mouse? So you have 5 minutes to catch me, or in fact, we could do it. So how about this? We have 1 minute each. So like for 1 minute, you're chasing me with the gladius. You're trying to take me out. After that minute, then you have then you turn around and I start chasing you with the gladius instead.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So you're going to that one, so I'll look for the other one. Which spawns somewhere.
Let's see. Let's see.
I think it's somewhere over here. Yeah, it's right there, behind the caterpillar.
So Gamma, you can still sit comfortably knowing that you're the first and quite possibly the last person to successfully release and catch somebody from orbit.
Well,
For now.
you know, they always sing high praises of the Dutch-Canadian Space Authority. You know, like it's to be proven.
What?
Well,
It's hard. It's harder than it looks, though. That's for sure.
all right. And before I approach the ship, I just wanted to show off again the run speed because I always do.
No, somebody pulled the wire. That's why we lost the sound. We're back.
Right. All right. Do you want to be mouse or should I be mouse first?
Oh man, I didn't think that was you.
Yeah, it's me. There's
I was
only
about
two.
to wreck that thing.
There are only 2 gladiuses.
All right, you be the mouse. There we go. 1 1,000. 2 1,000. 3 1,000.
Oh no, I'll just fly past you, wait. And then when I fly past you, you turn around. So,
Go.
Where are you? I don't see you. You must be
Above you.
Above me? Oh, I see you.
Okay. At the next reset, I have something specific for you to do.
All right, cool.
This came from chat.
All right.
So you have until the next reset here.
Okay. So I'm gonna fly past like this. I'm gonna then turn around.
Uh-huh.
Like so. I'm gonna go back towards you.
And once you pass me.
And once I
it's
pass
on.
you, now you chase me. All right. Come at me.
Did I uncouple? I uncoupled.
I feel like I'm going to win. Oh man, that flight path sound though.
Right?
I think it might be more fun if Disco, you call for the cat and mouse change yourself as opposed to waiting for some.
I have no idea what you're doing.
So it's cat and mouse, right? So he's chasing me. He's trying to take me out. I'm the mouse. I'm running away, right?
All right, so kill him, DJ.
But like, you can call it so I can then be
Myers
cat.
trying to overconvolute this with a lot of rules again.
I'm not. Whoa! I play this all the time with my friends.
There's actually some people asking in chat how the Gladius is behaving in atmosphere compared to in space.
All right. Well, I can answer that actually. Really well. It's similar to to the way it flies in space, but also very different as well because it is using its atmospheric engines for this. There's a lot of turbulence. As I'm flying over the surface of the planet, I'm having to use strafe up in order to keep me up a bit, just so I don't smash right into the canyon. I mean, it is 2947, so it's very stable. However, the moment the ship gets damaged, and I'm not damaged just yet, just saying, DJ.
Man, I will ram you.
Things do get a lot more difficult. You have to start counter steering. You have to make sure that you roll
A little touch and go there.
A little bit.
You roll to ensure that your ship doesn't turn into a rock and that kind of stuff. I mean, like we can stop this for a second.
No, keep going.
Okay, so that DJ can shoot me and I can demonstrate.
See? Oh, really? Really? It's like that? Okay.
I'm just saying.
I got you. Uh-huh.
I own this game.
I got you.
All right. But I do love these canyons. This is actually one thing that I've managed to tick off early in my bucket list, and that's to find canyons like these and to just soar through them with like a ship. Okay, I have countermeasures, so you can use missiles if you want, DJ. You are missiles free.
Myers is throwing the charity at DJ right now.
No!
Oh no!
Blackout, though, get up! Oh, cuts.
Having trouble there?
MLG, DJ.
Not at all. Not at all.
So, in DJ's defense, actually, he's having to overcome what I was talking about earlier with the fact that having a damaged ship because he managed to clip the canyon. So, like, he's blacking out now because his turns are a bit more severe. What are you doing?
Nothing. Didn't work. I was trying to get you out of the ship. I was like, get out.
You just tried to eject
This is
me.
all them. Get out. Shut up.
All right, so you're the mouse now. The glove is on the other foot. What? Okay.
What? Yeah, Myers going after you now, DJ.
Oh, I noticed.
I like to use lag pips for this, even though some people in chat might be saying, "Liar, change the leading pips." I've always flown and fought like this, so even though I'm not terribly great, it's my preferred way of firing. I do have to say that I do think that it's improved considerably.
Okay. Switch.
Okay, missiles.
All right, guys.
All right, missiles.
Go ahead and drop out of here. Get into that. Get into that server. Okay.
Okay.
The request we have from chat. Both of you jump into an Ursa.
Oh, when I'm not home. Really? When I let go of controls and then you won't.
All right.
Okay.
So the request from chat was both of you jump into an Ursa. One of you drives. One of you uses the turret because they haven't seen the turret in action.
Okay.
Go to the just outside the armistice zone. And fire in and make all these people's lives a little tougher.
All right.
I like that.
So, okay, we'll do that. But I also have to say to the chat that...
that was a request from the chat.
Yes, that's from chat.
To troll these people that have waited in line.
2 hours, I think, is the maximum wait time.
In the meantime, let's see, what video can we watch we haven't seen in a while? Let's take a look at the Prospector video from yesterday.
Wait till I let go of my controls and blew me up talking. Yeah! Like I had been dodging the whole time. Like you had 60 missiles. You've been shooting me the whole time.
Facing the Delta. I think he wants us to be the driver and turret.
I think I'm in the one that's right behind me.
Okay.
Coming up to it.
Just turning off my lights so I can... Oh, did you just push me?
No?
Okay.
I didn't touch you.
There we go. Make sure you turn your light off before you get into the seat. And the lights for this will be coming on in a second.
I'm just going to ride this out.
Well, no, we need you to activate the turret.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So when DJ activates the turret, actually, you'll be able to see on this screen right here that the power usage and requirement will also increase because when you activate the guns in this patch, just having them on uses up some energy. So if your ship isn't able to use that energy, then you need to turn them off to make sure that you're not wasting anything, because you have finite fuel and all that other stuff as well.
So Meyer, go ahead and go to third person so we see if we get the turret activated.
Okay. The
so
turret has rolled up.
DJ, do you have control of the turret?
No.
Oh, it's turning.
Oh, that's fine.
It is turning. So left
Lovely.
click.
Oh, you have to get out of the
We're still in the
armistice
armistice zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to get out and use the railgun.
No, the request was to see the turret.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Weapons free. Try it.
I can't turn behind us.
Left click. See if you can shoot. Go into third person. See if you can shoot. Oh, I think I know why actually. If I go back into first person, you can see here, guys, that maybe, just maybe, if we go into where is it? Like energy and then components. Snap. It's not there anymore, but like you should be able to turn on the guns. The guns.
I just got done turning all the guns.
Okay, nice.
Like that's the first thing I did when I sat down. Was like, give me the guns.
Because the turret's moving.
And now components are missing.
Right. So you turn them on.
Well, you have a reticle now, DJ.
He does have the reticle, and we are outside the armistice zone. I think you need to know what maybe the firing button is different in the...
I wonder if it's because I put to the turret.
Well, you just entered the armistice zone, so... You have to...
Okay. Weapons are online.
I mean, let's go find the other Ursa and try again. And then maybe after that, what I'll do is that we'll change places because our okay, no, that's the Ursa. That's another Ursa.
Yeah. Why don't you do that? Why don't you trade places because DJ's been having trouble with his throttle.
Okay.
That's what his controls at.
Right. I'll step back here and then.
That's what happens when you try to get out of the seat at the same time.
Yeah. After you, my lady. Okay. Can I... Okay, so yes, they are
Yeah,
on.
I just got done powering all that on.
Yeah, they are on. I'll turn on the heat sinks as well as the shields as well. Ah, there we go.
There we go.
All right, let's find the spawn zone now.
Success. So I can't move that without. So it's only front fire. I can't turn. I can't shoot behind me with this.
Yeah.
That's why I'm turning back toward the spawn zone.
No, I was checking because I didn't know myself, to be honest.
We should still be in the... All right, cool.
Yep.
We're still out. Perfect.
Do you see anybody? There was a guy in an...
Oh, great.
There he
Ours
is.
Weapons offline. Okay. Crap. Back up. I'm getting back in.
Okay. There's an Ursa rover right by the caterpillar fin to your right.
What?
Caterpillar fin. I'm actually surprised that I'm being able to hit these gladiuses and stuff without proper aiming function on this thing. And these are size 1 weapons that people have been using with the Auroras and stuff in Arena Commander anyway. So like with a few good shots.
You got his attention.
Yep. Oh. Can you like reverse? Let's chase him. It'd be so hilarious to kill a freaking gladius with a rover.
I don't know what it is about my power consumption.
The power.
Well, you put all the power into weapons, and you were in the other chair.
Ah, that explains a lot then.
Right. Let's see.
Well, the power is still not in weapons right now.
Right.
It should be balanced.
Okay.
Oh, great. That's what it is.
There we go. I put power to throttle slightly, so maybe you can do some more. I love the sound design though. It's ridiculous. There we go. And that's why you have a co-pilot, so he can do that for you. All right, so I think we've lost the Gladius now. That's long gone. Let's go see if we can find ourselves a rover. Uh-oh. That's...
Ow.
Ow. So, when did you pass your driving lesson again?
Can you drive with the throttle and the joystick, DJ?
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
No, but I mean, wouldn't that be easier?
No. I'm not a fan of driving with throttle with the land vehicle. We will not run from us, Gladius. We will find you.
Oh, man. We're looking for that other rover. There it is. Oh, we're in the armistice zone now. Like, if you just back out a little bit, we'll be able to get him.
I was actually just moving in so where I can turn right back into the armistice zone from right here.
There we go. So this thing doesn't really have the best turning radius, but it works because it is a hefty vehicle. So you'll be pleased to know as well that the damage stakes on this vehicle are actually into. The wheels pop off, all that kind of stuff too. And there we go, he's dead.
So check it out.
Let's check out the wreckage.
Nice roll.
And that's the survivor running towards us, going, "Hey, that's my ride! What are you doing? You idiot!"
Sorry, dude. Oops.
All right.
All right, thank you.
That thing is in
Big
pieces.
ass Star Citizen keychain.
Whoa.
That thing is in pieces.
Indeed.
Did you get out?
I did get out, yeah.
All right, I'll come pick you up. Hold on 1 second. All right, there we go. Now I'm gonna. That's what you get.
What happened?
He tried the kamikaze.
Whoa! Oh.
I had to do it. It was right there.
Yep.
It's too easy.
That's true. That's true. I don't hold anything against you.
Good.
All right, guys, you got 20 minutes left. What are we doing?
running stuff over.
Running stuff over.
We could try. Yo, let me get the caterpillar. You got the railgun. We'll do what we did yesterday.
The caterpillar,
right?
awesome.
Yeah, we'll do strafing runs, but like with the railgun and also with the guns in general too. Man, I'm just super stoked that the turret on the Ursa Rover actually works. You know, like the way it did. Like, because I haven't actually seen the animation of the turret gun slide up yet myself.
GJ.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you just? You're a menace, sir.
Yeah, a little bit.
Try to load into the back of the Cutlass.
I don't think you can load that.
Oh, I know we can.
That mean I'm not gonna try that.
Yeah,
Right.
the wheels are too wide, so you can't even get a purchase onto the ramp.
Push it.
I'm in the fitness, so I'm gonna try fitness Ursa.
Yeah, just hang here until he takes off.
Okay.
Go to third person.
Oh, I see what you're trying to
Hey,
do.
GJ, go to third person, yeah. See what happens.
Okay. Power on, engaging thrusters.
Oh! Right at the switch.
All right, at the switch.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
I mean, you can always try to jump the rover on top of the Cutlass.
That would be interesting, Gamble. Let's try that. Let's try that. Yeah.
How would we get it up that high? Where's a hill that we could go up?
We'll find one.
That we
we have an entire move.
Yeah. And then just go and just strafe up.
Yeah, land on it and see what
And then
happens.
just drop it off.
All right,
Oh.
you want to try taking Ursa into space?
Yes.
Okay.
Ursa's in space.
All right.
So what you
Spend the
do
last
is you
20 minutes.
you take the Cutlass and you
Yeah.
park it somewhere next to like a hillside.
Yeah.
And then you just jump the rover on top of it.
That will be freaking.
I'm going to tell you all right now, I don't have a lot of faith in this plan.
It's gonna work just fine, Chad.
But we're going to try.
We're gonna try.
All right, Myers loaded in. Meyer, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get to this Cutlass.
All right, you get the Cutlass, I'll get
Yeah.
to a rover.
For the people in chat that are wondering what kind of peripherals they are using, it's a combination of X55s and X56.
I was going to say, if you're going to try this, you should have done it in the other server.
In the other server. True.
That's right.
It's saluting the
going
guy
now.
from the show floor. Yeah.
We're against the clock.
Right.
All right, so let me see if I can find something I can drive up. Let's see.
I mean, they're canyons, actually. We know exactly where the canyons are, too.
Oh yeah, drive toward the sun.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this over here because we got a decent amount of things that we can drive up over here.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, follow DJ.
Okay.
Because we might be able, if that rock is right there in front of me is smooth enough, we might be able to jump that.
Looking for you. Oh, I see. Wait, is that you?
Yep, that the Gladius is shooting at. Nice.
Lifeless, he falls after
There's
ramming.
another solid example of the Cutlass's tankability.
Yep.
Okay, so GJ's found a high purchase.
That's cool.
So the question is, what side will we be able to jump?
Oh, probably to the left side. There's a little.
Yeah. That's,
Right.
Is it enough to get a Cutlass to fit next to it?
I mean, you know.
I mean, there's only one way
I'm
to
being
try, but
shot at.
still.
I'm being shot at. Oh, I'm being shot at.
Time to shoot back.
It's painful. All right. They've taken out my rear shields. Where are they?
Let's see what we
I
got.
can't see them.
All right, there we go.
They're strafing around me. I'm gonna push out.
Let's see, shall we?
But I'm loving that I can now tell when I am being shot. In the
Nonsense.
previous build, that was just impossible. You couldn't. He is right on me. In fact, landing gear up. That way I can use it better. Look past me again. is he? I can see his pip right on the radar, but he's right behind me. There he is. All right.
All right. Well, he's disengaged.
All
so.
right, he's gone. He's gone now. He's like, I would kill you, but I don't have enough time. All right, there we go.
All right. So there's the Ursa.
Okay, and that's why he wants to drive off.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if this is a good enough drop. If you can fit in here. If you can fit in there, I say do it. Like right here next to this rock.
All right, where are you? It's very difficult to fly this slow with a ship. Like I was saying before, atmospheric flight is slightly different. There's a lot of turbulence this low when you're trying to move.
All right, cool. There you go.
All right.
Oh, you can open the side door and
okay,
just
okay.
like drop it in there.
Should we try that too?
It won't go in there.
It won't go in? All right. Ah, he's at me again.
It's all right. You're in a tank.
Yeah.
Straight down.
Straight down. Okay.
No, not
Whoa.
point down. Straight.
I've got like double turbulence because he's shooting at me so hard.
All right, this run is over. Straight down.
All right.
I'm trying.
Okay. Now spin to your. Now turn to your left.
Turn to my left.
I was gonna say you want to present your long form to him.
Okay.
You want to put your exactly. You want to present to him. There you go.
All right.
There you go. Hang right there. Take it slow.
Right,
To
you
see
gotta-
Maybe I
You
need
gotta
to
come
closer.
down and
Yeah.
further back.
Get back up quite a bit. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I don't think this is a big enough.
If you come back some,
Yeah.
a little bit further, stop. Now pitch up.
Well, it stopped all right.
Not that much.
It's way more difficult than it looks. I mean, you've seen me fly the Gladius quite okay. It's way more difficult than it looks.
Oh, that was hilarious. All right, let's see. Let's see, guys. Opponents.
All right. Okay, so we might want to try the private server real quick, just because all the other vehicles are being used.
All right, cool.
But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it.
How you doing, Gamble?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Not so good, Gamble.
Why? Can you tell me why? What's the matter?
Tell me why.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a rover.
I can't even be mad at that.
So, this is day 4 of the Gamescom show floor, everybody. As you can see, the show floor is packed. We've got lines around both sides of the building. People waiting anxiously to play their first taste of Star Citizen Alpha 3.0. This broadcast ends in approximately 15 minutes, at which point we have to pack up some stuff and head on over to the Gloria Theater in preparation for tonight's main event, the 5th annual Star Citizen Gamescom presentation hosted by Chris Roberts. That will start at approximately 7 p.m. UTC. Yeah, and that's all the regular Star Citizen Gamescom goodness you've come to love and expect. All right, so now we are loaded into the private server now to try taking an Ursa into space with only the materials that we have available to us.
So you see, you remember the outpost just up there on the hill?
Yeah.
Do you want to try the cliff off that instead of something more shallow?
All right, go.
All right. This should be really cool if it works. It should be really awesome. I gotta slow down now though, because my guy's heart rate's keeping up with it.
Heavy armor will get you every time.
Yep. How am I? Doing okay. Can run a bit more. I like the stamina system as it is right now. I mean, like, that wasn't the longest run in the world, but he recovered fast enough, you know, like, without it being...
Yeah. And you're also more susceptible to the stamina loss because you're in heavy armor.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to go up here.
like my stamina was something to consider, but at the same time, it wasn't like debilitating. You know, like it doesn't hinder the gameplay that much.
Right.
But it's a gameplay mechanic. I'm sure it'll become more apparent in those game modes where you do need to run and gun a bit more, like in Star Marine and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So
Which
you're
is actually, I'm looking forward to seeing
yeah.
how Star Marine is affected by the stamina system.
Indeed. So you're up on the hill now?
Yep.
I think you might be on the other hill.
Yeah. I came up on the other side of it.
Yeah, I see it. So again.
So I just got to figure out which cliff you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, any. You pick one.
I'm just trying to, actually, the idea that I'm trying to find right now is which cliff is big enough that you could kind of back up to it.
Right. I'll look up from above.
Actually, right here seems like it might work nicely.
Where?
If you come back down here, turn your landing gear on and tilt slowly, pitch up slowly, and you back up to where I am right now. It seems like it's a decent.
It looks like more of the cliff for you than it is for me, but maybe it'll work. Let's see. For me, everything looks a bit more shallow, but that's because I'm like way up above. All right, so I'm going to now yaw to the left.
Yep. Now pitch up a little bit.
Pitch up a little bit.
Actually, pitch up a lot and make yourself a ramp.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to go for.
Okay.
So like pitch up.
All right.
Up, up, up. And then.
No, you tilt yourself out. You're making yourself a ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pitch.
Head up.
I'm just being careful because
right there. Now straight to your right.
Straight to my right. Okay.
Turn to your right.
Oh, stop.
Okay. Yaw to my right.
Strafe back.
Yeah. Now straight down.
Straight down. Okay. Having to feather
like almost to the ground.
Yeah,
like,
I have to feather the control key because it's binary as opposed to granular like yours.
All right. So I'm gonna have to hit that.
Can you strafe backwards just a little bit more?
Sure. If I'd have to
very lightly. Ooh, right there. Right there. Ooh. Down a little bit.
That's probably pretty good.
I have a bad feeling about this.
See?
Nope.
Yeah, I need to go a bit lower.
Stay right there.
So down.
Yeah.
Right. So straight backwards just a little bit more?
Straight backwards.
Backwards,
I have to
yes.
go up before I can go back.
No, no. Go down. Go back.
No.
Okay.
You have to go back at the same spot. And now straight
like right
backwards
now
a little bit.
Okay.
Good job. Good
A
job.
little bit more.
A little bit more.
Now.
Oh, that's
All right.
It landed.
Tilt back up.
Okay, stop.
Perfect. Right there. Nope.
All right, so I think I need to get a little bit more running room.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing my boss isn't right there watching us right now.
Oh no! I flipped him. Ah, the weight. That actually messed me up a little.
Yeah, no.
I'm running away.
All right.
All right, so let's run a different area.
Okay.
Let's see where else works.
I mean, I kind of wait. I think over here might work. Right here.
All right, so I'm gonna come to you. All right.
So, really showcasing the difficulty of freaking. Oh, there is perfect. There is perfect. What I'm looking at right now.
But I got to get on top of this rock though.
Yeah. But
if
if
I
you
can get up
if,
there,
if you
cool.
manage, it'll be perfect.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Try turning your steering wheel to the right.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, left.
I'm trying to creep up the crevasse.
You're almost there. All right, perfect.
Are you just trying to go back right here?
Yeah. So let me just double check and see where you are. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to back up to one of these edges perfectly.
Yeah, I'm gonna come a bit closer.
Are you gonna drive up to the front?
No, I'm just gonna decouple now and spin. All right, and then your left, control.
Maybe you should go third person a little bit.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, this is last attempt, guys.
Okay, last attempt. Come on. This is difficult. 1 second, I need to, there we go. Press that button like so. press it again. Now I can do that. And now I can also zoom out a bit. So like, there we go. Okay, now straight backwards.
Roll a little bit to your left.
Yeah.
And then pitch up. Like right now, you're backing up over me. Almost. So now back up.
Back up. Okay, backing up.
All right, so I'm going third person to try to help out with that as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, straight down.
Straight down.
Okay.
And tilt up.
Okay.
Right there. Stop.
Whoa.
Tilt down.
I'm trying. Oh, it's caught on something.
Yeah.
It's caught. Ooh.
No.
Whoa.
That's it.
Whoa. I'm alive. I'm alive.
All right.
I'll put the
roll
landing
to
gear
the
down.
left and then straight down.
Roll to
Landing
left.
gear was down. Oh, that's perfect.
Go. DJ now.
Oh, got it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now strafe up.
Okay.
Straight up. Okay.
Only strafe up.
Oh,
No. Go third person, DJ. No. It's still on there though.
All right, so strafe right.
Oh!
Right.
Maybe tomorrow.
No. Nope. Not maybe tomorrow. All right, guys. That incredibly exciting and thrilling series of events concludes day 3 of our live from the GamesCom show floor extravaganza. We're stopping right now. We're going to break down some equipment. We are moving over to the Gloria Theater. We're getting ready for our live fifth annual GamesCom presentation 2017, hosted by Chris Roberts. That begins at 7 p.m. UTC, right back here on twitch.tv/StarCitizen. That's it for us today. I'm Jared. That's Gamble. That was DJ.
Hi.
That was Meyer. This is Tyler Wicken. We'll see you in a couple hours, everybody.